All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel tonight on the Tundra Nation. Yes, this is the 10th episode. We have officially hit double digits on the new channel. Hypo, did you ever think it was going to happen?
I had no doubt.
You had no doubt. Man, you lie. You straight lie. You didn't even think you'd make it past like your 5th episode on the show.
Yeah. Like episode 65, I was like, they're never gonna ask me back.
Yeah, right. Hold on, I'm gonna resize this just a touch, so we can get her all chooched up and dialed in there. Yeah, it looks about right. So yeah, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. We're gonna have a great show for you tonight. I just got a couple of cool things. We got a package to open, an email to respond to. We've got discussion topics. We've got Ask Tundra Nation. We've got top comments of the week. We got a hell of a show lined up for you guys tonight. But before we go on, party on, Garth.
Party on, Wayne.
Okay, let's see how many Wayne's World fans we have in the chat tonight. Sound off in the chat below if you are a Wayne's World fan, and if you have a gun rack.
A gun rack.
I don't even own a gun, let alone many guns, which would necessitate an entire rack. What am I gonna do with a gun rack, man? Back in the heyday. I'll tell you this right now. Back in the heyday, okay. Now I ain't that old. I'm not hypo old or nothing. But I love that face. But back in the heyday, man, I could probably go 75% on that movie line for line. Like start to finish. Yeah, dude. I mean, I've been way out of practice now, but back in like the teenage years and back in the the 20s and when the Drankson started happening, the Wayne's World started happening.
Man.
Oh man,
I don't even remember that much of it, to be fair. Like I remember a few moments. I do remember what Pew Pew Park just said, which is swing swing. No Stairway to Heaven.
Claudia Schiffer, she's a babe.
Okay.
Was it Claudia Schiffer?
And I'm probably gonna get hated here.
No.
So
it was either Claudia Schiffer or who was Garth's crush? It might have been Claudia Schiffer. Man, we are old.
So.
We're getting up there, dude. We're getting up there. Claudia Schiffer.
I almost said Cindy Crawford and then just decided against that because I know that would have really dated me. Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln. Yes.
Thank you.
Well done.
Oh,
well done. She's a babe. I gotta get some Wayne's World sounders for the whole for the board here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I did add this one.
Fuck you, big boy.
That's for Tufu. I know he's watching.
Oh, I love it.
All right, guys, welcome to the show. Like I said, episode number 10 of the Tundra Nation. Yes, it says I want to sleep. That is because right as I was setting the stream up, I had just woken up from a nap and the sleep was still hanging on to me. Fortunately for you guys, however, it has since left me and I am back to my good, bad old self. Take that as you will. But let's go through a bit of a roll call, see who is with us in the house tonight. Let's go up to the top. And Hypo, send it. Who got it?
I'm going to say Carnage.
Bruh.
How do you do so good at this? Carnage is number one, hitting up with a yo. Operator Tony falsely claiming to be first. Dickie B says drunk. Yep, that is definitely the truth with Dickie B most nights. Volk is saying what's up, or just I guess sup. Let's see. Mario Mechanic Molina saying let's go. That was an hour ago, so sorry to let you down there, Mario. Meatball 150 says sorry I'm late. Technically you're not late, you're early. So it's all good, man. We don't even care. We don't judge. Well, actually no, we do judge here.
We do heavily.
Yeah, heavily. So just don't get on our bad side. Mario, you couldn't do that. J-Box 702 saying what's going on, nation? Man, J-Box has not missed a stream in a long time. J-Box is he's getting up there to be one of my favorite people. I like J-Box. What do you think? Think he's all right?
I think we should have like a J-Box good guy. We should have like a perfect attendance kind of reward for people.
Man, he's kicking ass and he's kicking names and taking ass, right?
That's right. And chewing bubble gum.
Exactly. Crazy Eyes saying definitely not first. You are correct, sir. You are definitely correct. And a big next time do better. I'm kidding. Benjamin Willett, the better looking of the Willett brothers, is here saying tooth, like second.
At least he didn't say Thorth.
N7X Ranger says, I feel like I wasted today and now I'm sad. Oh, Ranger, get out of the gutter, man, and just feel good about life. It is good, man. I know what happened today. That does suck though. But you shall prevail. Life will go on. and you and your big head will get to another day. Don't worry, I can say that because I also have a large head. We got Carnage. We got Joseph Detmer. Detmer. He says yes. Right back at you. I love the enthusiasm. Yes, with the double exclamation points.
Me too.
Yes.
Most of the people here have had it beat out of them at this point.
Exactly. They're so used to it. They're just, they're thriving off of my enthusiasm. So they're just like, well, I'm just gonna let him. Yeah. He carries the enthusiasm of 17 people. Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna go. I'm taking a break there, boss.
That enthusiasm is completely artificial.
Oh, it absolutely is. Deep down
it
inside,
all comes from a bottle.
I'm dead inside. I'm literally. You see these eyes? Do you see these eyes?
It's a 1,000-yard stare right there.
I'm dead inside. I'm literally dead inside. Who else do we got? Same old people. Brother Panda is saying love in the vaporwave. Correct me if I'm wrong. That was a Hypoluxia original creation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep,
well done. So you're getting some love in the vaporwave there, Hypo. That's gotta make you feel good, right?
Yeah, like king of the nonsense.
Exactly. No, that's me. You're sub king. You're lieutenant. You're general of the nonsense.
I could be queen of the nonsense, I guess, with my hypnotic hot dogs or whatever.
You know
We're
what?
experiencing technical difficulties.
Hold on. I'm gonna use a new function of my Go XLR here. I want you to say that again. Okay.
Oh, what do you want me to say? Okay.
I'm gonna be. I don't even know what you said. Damn it.
I said hypos.
Okay, hold on.
Hypnotic
No, you're gonna be like, you said I'm gonna be king or something.
I'm gonna be the queen.
Yes. Okay. Ready. And 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna be the queen or something.
Oh, damn it. It didn't work. Well, we'll test it out some other time.
Yep.
All right. Who else do we got? Dr. Catmilk's in the house. We got Noob Crastinator saying hello to the nation. Hello right back to you, Noob. We miss you, buddy. We love you. Thanks for joining up on this fine Saturday night. Interestingly enough, we had a tornado somewhere around here last night. Had to go in the basement. That was fun. Right before our COD night. COD, by the way. Emphasis on the D. That doesn't help my case.
There's always emphasis here.
Yeah. Let's see. Big Fun saying hello, show. I like that. That's a very jovial. Hello, show. Yeah. Hey, hashtag vocab word tonight too.
There you go.
Let's see. Ben W, not Ben Willett, but Ben W saying, okay, I'm done playing Arma for the night. Fair enough. I stopped playing Arma for a while. He says, dance for me, puppets. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. Crazy Eyes saying hi. Let's see. David Underwood saying hello all. 'Tis a fine night in the Ozark Hills. Excellent, buddy. Excellent.
Indeed.
Who else? Empty-headed gamer saying I've tried so many different alcohols. Even something like hard lemonade just has me thinking that this would taste better without the paint thinner aftertaste. Oh goodness. Maybe. Acetone doesn't help your stomach. All that stuff. Is it acetone that's in paint thinner? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Sometimes.
I guess.
Skip the drinks though. Go straight to the acetone. Just start chugging that.
Tyler Romero.
Don't do that for legal reasons.
I wonder if there's any relation to Volk on that one. Saying this will be my first live stream I've actually gotten to watch. Oh hell yeah, dude. And if you are related to that gigantic mongoloid that we know as Volk here, I apologize because I've taken him on shoots and boy, annoying motherfucker. Am I right? Am I right? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you couldn't shut up about how terrible he was.
Goodness. Yeah. I do keep talking about it, just only behind his back. Let's see. We got Tyler next. Randomly 54 saying Richard Olson. I have lots of high cap mags. That is excellent. It's a good thing. Ben W saying Soju is legit. Can confirm. That fucked me up once. More than once. I don't know why I said once there. Way more than once. May war than once. Richard Olson is
proof evidence.
Richard Olson saying y'all got any high cap? Y'all got a high cap magazines? I'm asking for California. Yeah, big victory for them this week, huh? Who else?
Yeah, hopefully that will all clear up.
Meatball 150. Absolutely no stairway to heaven. No stairway denied.
Denied.
This man needs coffee and crullers. Stat. See, I've got all the obscure references.
Oh, you've got it.
I've got all the obscure references. Pew Pew Park. Swing. Yeah, there it is. Crazy Eyes is saying he's never seen Wayne's World. Oh man, that is you got to go watch it, dude. You got to go watch it. It's got to be somewhere on like Amazon Prime or something like that. Operator Tony says at Tundra Tactical, I stayed in my second floor apartment during the quote unquote tornado. Yeah, I know. I've got this little one behind me though, so we kind of took it more seriously. Rue the Destroyer, I know
Tony's
you got kids too. Tony is a mad lad. Rue the Destroyer says, and you're all in for a treat. I'm actually drinking tonight, so it's gonna get wild in here. Before we dive into anything past our roll call here, though, let us introduce you all you new folks to our extra special guest for the evening, who likes to come on. She likes to come on right before her bedtime. Little Miss Ellie Bean. Little Bean, how you doing tonight? You had some crazy hair earlier today, didn't you? Yes, you did. Say hello, Bean. Yes, hello.
Hi, Ellie.
Hello. Are we having a good night with mommy? Oh yes, we're starting to learn how to take steps. This is her attempting to make a step.
No.
Look at that.
I can't wait for the first photobomb she does during a stream when she goes running in there naked.
Oh, that was a bitch slap right there. She just bitch slapped the hell out of me. Ow.
Good girl.
Look at them eyes, huh, guys? I love you.
Ouch.
Yeah. Are you gonna bite mommy? Are you gonna bite mommy? All right, little love. Hey, I'm gonna give you a kiss. Wave goodnight to the nation. Say bye-bye, nation.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. It's bedtime. She's like, I see so many pictures of me up here. I don't know where to look. Yes, it's very stimulating, and that's why
Megan's rocking one of the old school shirts.
Oh yes, yeah. This for those of you guys who don't know, the shirt that Megan is wearing was actually the very first T-shirt design that we ever released, and I don't believe it might still be on sale. Not StreamYard. Is StreamYard? Not StreamYard. Not Teespring.
We don't have it on there, but
it's not Teespring.
That other one.
TeePublic. If you search for our store in TeePublic, that shirt may be still available. I know actually I've gotten a lot of requests for that design to be on a t-shirt. But guys, hey, let's give a round of applause to Mama Mego in the background, as you can see her, for taking care of the little one, little Miss Ellie Bean, so that the show can go on. Mama Mego, we owe you everything. Thank you so very much for all the hard work that you do behind the scenes so that this little one stays happy and these little ones out here get their weekly Tundra Nation fix. So guys, give her a round of applause. Make sure to show your love, because she is in the chat each and every weekend, hanging out with you guys, supporting the channel, doing the thing, and having a damn good time doing it. Mama Mego, mwah, we love you.
Bye-bye.
All right, I think it's bedtime for this little one before she gets too overstimulated. Are you trying to bite daddy?
Ouch.
Ah! That was a
Ouch.
good one, actually.
Ow.
Yeah, son
Ouch.
of a bee sting.
Ouch.
Sphincter says what?
Ouch. And she smiles. Look at see?
Yeah.
What?
All right, it's time for bed, honey. I love you, little bug. Sleep tight, have sweet dreams. All right, so we've introduced our special guest. We've done our roll call. Before I forget,
Tyler, what's in the couch?
what's in the couch? Yes. Before I forget, I want to make an acknowledgement tonight. Now, generally speaking, here on the Tundra Nation, and by extension Tundra Tactical, we are not known for being a couple of things. Number one, professional. Number two, nice, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But here in these more intimate moments on the stream, where we get to know one another, every now and again there comes a time, or there comes an experience where it kind of just hits you the right way, you know. And I am very excited to share with you guys tonight one of those moments. I was taking a shit before the stream. Great way to set this up.
I'm glad I set this up really romantic on my side too.
Taking a shit before the stream, and I got an email from a fan. And it's probably one of the cooler emails that I've ever gotten. I mean, it's not like overly flattering or anything like that, but it's just kind of a cool story. And then the ask, you know, what he's looking for. And I'm pretty sure that we can help him out. And I think for the very first time ever on the Tundra Nation, I'm going to do something nice for somebody. Would you like to hear the email, sir?
Please.
All right.
Read this.
This is coming. I won't use his full name, but this is coming from Josh. And Josh, I really do appreciate this email, man. Seemed like a pretty genuine guy. So I'm going to go ahead and read the email, and then I will do my best. Myself and Hypo will do our best to answer your question on the air. And then I think I got a little something for you. So he says, first off, I just wanted to say thank you for doing what you guys do. I stumbled across your page a couple of months ago, and I listened to it on the way to and from work. He says, I work from 5 p.m. to 5 a.m. That is an absolute shit show of a shift, by the way. So laughing helps keep me up on the way home when I'm absolutely worn out. So we're saving lives. We're saving lives, Hypo.
Shit.
We're saving lives.
Fucking first responders right here.
Essentially. We're preemptive. We're precognitive responders.
Precog.
Okay,
yes.
right? Yeah, hashtag vocab. He says, I do have a question, though. I'm a single father of two, a 15-year-old daughter and a 10-year-old son who loves watching you guys with me. Oh, dear God. And I'm wanting to get I'm wanting to get them into shooting and the tactical and defense part of this world. Do you guys have any suggestions on how I could ease them into it as to not overwhelm them? Also, being a single father, there are certain things that I'd like to be able to do or afford, but the kids coming first, it just doesn't happen. Totally understand that, buddy. Could you recommend a good light for my SIG P320 that won't be too expensive and won't be a waste of money? It's not like I have any extra to throw around, lol. Thank you guys so much for fielding my question and making great content. Please keep up the good work. And if you do happen to have an extra light laying around from all the awesome sponsors, oh God, lol, you guys that you guys have, please feel free to send it my way. I know I know it would not only make my day, but my son's day as well, knowing that it came from the guys at Tundra Tactical. P.S. His favorite character is Oleg. Thanks a million. Hey, Josh, man, genuinely, like from the bottom of my heart, it makes me super happy. And from the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching the channel, dude. I'm happy that we can bring a little bit of joy and happiness into people's lives. And kind of, hit that family element too. That's, I wouldn't really consider us necessarily family content, but the fact that you can watch it with your kids growing up and they're enjoying it with you. I mean, that's really all that matters, right? Like, who cares what the content's about as long as it's bringing you guys closer as a family.
I think essentially he's calling us cartoons.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Not wrong.
So as to your question, Josh, I think Hypo and I have some pretty strong opinions about how to introduce people, not just into shooting, but I do believe that you said more into the defensive and tactical side of things, as working with not necessarily like young kids, but kind of like right on that bubble of, let's get them into shooting type of stuff. So the best advice that I can give you to start, if you haven't done so already, is just get them just sped up and spun up on the fundamentals first. 10 years old for your son, that's kind of like that perfect age to start, getting everything off the ground. And I've met, quite a few fathers and mothers that want to get their kids into shooting, and they kind of skip that fundamental stage because either they start a little late or they go into, something ultra specific, like their favorite style of shooting, like tactical shooting or defensive style shooting, that type of stuff, without training the fundamentals first. And without those fundamentals, a couple of bad things happen. Number one, you're training in bad habits potentially, and number two, it's very possible that they just don't end up enjoying it because they don't have the skill set that's there to do what you're asking them to do, and either they feel like they're letting you down, or they feel like they're just not good enough to continue doing it. And with enough of that feeling, they eventually just want to give up and not shoot anymore. And that doesn't help out, like Hypo said, the next generation of shooters. So I would say, like, really big time hard focus on, first year of shooting. Like I said, if you haven't done this already, which maybe you have, first year of shooting, hardcore fundamentals and training, grip, stance, teaching them the vocabulary of shooting, things like what is eye dominance, what is sight alignment, what is sight picture, what's the difference between the two. Just like a lot of those maybe more subtle things. They might not seem subtle to us, but more subtle things to just the general public that aren't always, you might know what they are, but you might not know what they're called. Like if I described sight alignment and sight picture to you, you might know exactly what I'm talking about, but you had no idea it was called sight alignment or sight picture. Or if I told you what cross-eye dominance is, you might know exactly what it is, but you might not know what it's called. So stuff like that. So start there, and then kind of do the same thing that we've advised in the past. Don't start off too light and don't start off too heavy. There's an extreme on both ends. A good example of this is when somebody, you take somebody out shooting for the first time. You take your kid out shooting for the first time. A lot of people in the past have said, oh, start them off with a deuce, right? Start them off with a deuce, or start them off with this, or start them off with that. I don't believe that you should start people off with a 22 unless it's situationally dependent, like unless they have a crippling fear of loud noises or guns, because starting them off with a 22 doesn't really get them the whole experience of shooting, unless there's that that subtext there, unless they have a crippling fear of something, or they're just like overwhelmingly afraid of a bang, guns themselves, and the only way you're getting them on that range is to get them on a 22. So with your son specifically, and your daughter probably at this point being 15, running a 9mm handgun just to start will get them that full experience of shooting. Because let's be honest, a lot of that fun, a lot of that adrenaline rush, rewind the clock. For some of you old people, this might take a little while, but rewind the clock, rewind the clock back to when you started shooting, right? Where did that adrenaline rush come from? It came from a kick and a bang.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. And you know what? I just to kind of supplement that too, starting with a 9mm handgun, and if they become proficient with that, will make them incredibly more accurate and more proficient with a rifle of relatively any caliber, because it's infinitely more difficult to shoot a handgun properly.
Definitely. So, well, the other thing, if we're starting on a 9mm and not spending, a couple of years on a deuce, a 22, by the way, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Some people have asked that question, so I thought that was obvious, but apparently it's not. Another big advantage of starting on a 9mm is think of the leg up that you'll have, later on down the road. A lot of people have to transition into a full caliber, from a 22 or a 25 or a 32 or something like that, dad's old or grandpa's old gun. Then they got to transition into a full caliber, learn a brand new caliber. One of the cooler things that I ever saw working at some of the gun stores that I used to work at is watching these families come in, and there's two notable ones. I can't remember the second guy's name. I'll just use the one. Logan Tolan is his name. Look him up on YouTube. The kid he's bananas. He's absolutely bananas. LOGANTOLAND. I believe he's 15, maybe 16 now. I met him when he was 13, working at the gun shop that I was at. And he is now a nationally ranked competitive shooter.
No shit. Okay.
You know how long he's been shooting?
Long.
2 years.
Wow.
His parents bit down and just said, every day, I don't care what it costs. I don't care how we do it. We're going to the range every day. And now this kid is sponsored by Savage, Federal. He's got so many damn sponsors that he could shoot for the rest of his life for free. And that's the value of just, if there's a different motivation for his family, because he wanted to make it into a sport. And obviously he's interested in defensive shooting and all that stuff. But seriously, look this kid up. Logan Tolan, Toland.
Check him out after this.
He's bananas. He is one of the best shooters you'll ever come across, and the kid's like 15 or 16 years old. He's a Jerry Mitchellek in the making.
That's awesome.
Like, that's how good this kid is.
That's what he wants to do.
He loves it. So one of the coolest experiences that I've ever had working at a range was watching this kid kind of go from stage to stage. I met him when he was already really good. Like, I didn't see him when he started. I met him when he was already really good. But watching him kind of progress into like a true pro, because he's an absolute pro now, was just really fun. And the enthusiasm that he has, he's got that like preteen, early teenager level of enthusiasm that they have for like sports, like for football or hockey or baseball or whatever, but he has it for shooting. So when he's on the range, dude, the kid is keyed up and he's just ready to play and have a fantastic time. And watching that enthusiasm just bleed out of this kid is infectious, and it spreads to everybody else. So you have the opportunity, Josh, with your kids to kind of take it to that level. Don't be pushy, don't be forceful, don't say you need to do this, we need to do that. It's just do what you want to do what you feel comfortable doing. Have the best possible time you can while doing it. Make it the most fun that it possibly can be for each individual shooter, both your daughter and your son, and just enjoy it, man. You'll learn very quickly where the strengths and weaknesses are. Praise the strength and cater to the weakness, and then just push from there.
Realistically encouraging too.
Yeah.
Don't hold their hand, but at the same time make sure that you're praising them for any improvements that they're making.
Well, I'm assuming that, Josh, you played sports growing up, and if you didn't, I'm sure that you were competitive at least once in your life, with a family member around. And for me in hockey growing up, I played 16, almost 17 years of hockey growing up, and my dad
Hockey sucks.
get fucked, nerd. My dad was always like just one of the best dudes in the room, because he was never the guy like in Minnesota. There's this kind of meme about the hockey dad or the hockey mom who's just like just the worst human being. Like you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys
like soccer moms.
Exactly. So my dad was never that guy. He was always just the best dude in the stands. He was calm, he was quiet, he was collected. He watched everything that I did. When I had a good game, I got just the right amount of praise to make it feel like I did good, and he wasn't, trying to, build me up too much, put me up on a pedestal. And then when I had a bad game, he just flat out told me, he's like, yeah, you sucked tonight, but here's how you can do better.
Yeah.
And so like he always gave one of the life lessons that I learned from that is he always gave me a corrective action. And that's I kind of took that into my adult life is, if believe it or not, I have found myself in leadership positions in my entire in my life before. I know it's terrifying, but that's also kind of the way that I've also tried to apply that leadership skill is, be critical. Definitely be not necessarily brutally critical, but be honestly critical, but also offer a corrective action too. And that way that person never feels like, you're putting them too high up on the pedestal, and they're also feeling like you're not beating them down. Now, on to the second part of this email, which is this might be a first for the Tundra Nation, and for me specifically. He talks about asking for a good light for his SIG P320. First of all, dude, I totally get that the kids come first. I only got one of them, and I'm definitely not a single father. I have the luxury of having a beautiful, wonderful wife that works very, very hard to keep her responsibilities fulfilled and make sure the family goes on swimmingly here. So I can only imagine, what being a single parent would be like. If I had to recommend a good light that wouldn't break the bank, it's probably going to be the TLR1 or TLR2 from Streamlight. They've been around forever. I've had mine for, I don't know, 10 years. Like my original one. I've got two of them. And I've had my original one for like 10 years. It sits on, well, it used to sit on my handgun, which I no longer have. And now it sits up on my rifle. And I've loved it. It's not the brightest thing in the world. It's 500 lumen, I think, something like that. I don't know.
500 to 600. I've got the HD, so it's a little bit hotter.
Yeah, it's serviceable. I mean, in a dark room, bright light, it's serviceable enough. And that's kind of where I would recommend if you're really, really, really focused on budget. As much as we and a lot of other people like to shit on them, they're really not all as bad as we say they are. Olight can get the job done. I wouldn't put it on like a pistol caliber carbine or anything, or like a full caliber like short barrel pistol or rifle, especially if it's got a brake on it, because that brake will start to kind of rattle the filament, or not the filament, but all the connections on the inside of the light loose, and it will no longer work. So for a handgun, you're not working with as much force necessarily, so I would say an Olight could suffice, one of their lower profile ones. But buddy, I'm gonna tell you what, I liked your email so much that I am going to do something I don't think that I've ever done before. I'm gonna give you this. So this is my personal TLR1, TLR1, TLR2, TLR1S.
Okay.
Yeah. So instead of sending you a sponsored one, I've got two. I'm gonna give you my own personal one. This one has been with the Tundra Nation for about 5 years now, and since the beginning, actually before it predates the channel, and it's lived up on my other AR, and just haven't really had a ton of use for it as of right now. And if it can go to a good home and get your kids into some shooting, then why the hell not? So Josh, what I would love for you to do, so I can send this to you after you watch this, is shoot me an email with your address. And I really appreciate the email, man. That was just a cool feeling reading that. Hearing that we actually have a positive effect on
Tyler,
people.
Really strange. Like, have you been reading my Discords? Because I got a message last night from one of our Discord users who had stated that he and his girlfriend actually had they've been having discussions about the channel, and she's kind of come around to the 2A side.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, that's what they're discussing at dinner. Like, they're talking about yeah, exactly, right. What?
Yeah, I wanted to give a quick shout out to her. Her name's Brittany, and he's watching right now.
Welcome to the family, Brittany.
She used to be very not anti-gun, but kind of indifferent to it, and now she is very much on board with the 2A community and what we stand for, liberty and freedom and stuff. And the other night he had mentioned trying to build her first AR and was missing parts. He's hard up for some cash, so I'm gonna start sending him some of my parts.
Outstanding. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what the Tundra Nation is all about. Like what Hypo just described right there is, we, by definition, I think the catchphrase that we coined was "come for the shit posting, stay for the community," that type of deal. That's kind of what we live off of here, and you guys get to see a little bit different side of us every now and again when we are when we're doing the live stream as opposed to just doing the videos. We do really want this to become a community of people where the primary goal is to just have fun, learn shooting, enjoy shooting, but like by proxy and by extension, have a bunch of very generous people helping each other out. We need money to keep the show going, definitely. So please don't stop sending us money, but help everyone else out too. If you see somebody out there, I think we built 2 full rifles for people
so far, yeah,
for Operator Tony and for Rebel.
Yep.
And they were both in circumstances and situations where they've been wanting one for years, and they were in really bad situations where it was going to cost them a literal arm and a leg. Like it would have derailed, or they literally couldn't own one. Yeah, it would have literally derailed their life, or they couldn't own one. And so we're just like, well, screw it. Let's put the power of the Tundra Nation together, and something probably over the course of those 2 guns, probably something like a total of 50 total people chipped in with parts and money and things like that. And so we're gonna perpetuate that with the light tonight with your gun parts and keep that example going. And that's what I want you guys to do, man. Pay it forward to the community. Stop talking about how good this community could be, and start taking action to make it a better community. Get that next person into shooting. Help out the guy who has the heart of gold that would just be of value to this community and to the Second Amendment itself. Help him out. Help him get into it. Show him a good time. And not just show him a good time, but really like help him get to that point. And for the people that we have helped out, you're nothing special. You're just another dude or another gal, but you earned it because you told us enough times that you just wanted it, and it just was just out of reach. So if we can do a little bit to push everything to that next level, we're gonna do it. So cheers.
Cheers. Tonight's episode's been brought to you by Kleenex. No, not for the reason that you thought it was brought to you by.
Yeah, no, that's after the show.
Yeah.
All right. So now that we got that done, let's do a quick little bit of housekeeping here. Housekeeping for you guys tonight is the same as always. If you guys love this channel, or even if you moderately enjoy this channel and want to experience more of it, there is not a link in the description below. Shit, that thing's probably dead by now because I forgot to change it. Hypo and Tony will be periodically posting links to our official Discord server where you can experience the Tundra Nation show pretty much 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We got enough active members on there from around the world now. Can you believe that?
That's amazing. Let me step on your dick for 1 second.
Please
Richard
do.
Olson is asking for you to ask Mr. Josh that emailed you what caliber ammo he shoots. And I think that there's some subtext there to that question.
Richard, close circuit to you, buddy. Get in touch with me, and I will keep you apprised of the situation, okay? And if what you're asking is what I think you're asking, very much appreciated. So yeah, if you guys feel like supporting the channel and helping us out a little bit, join up on that Discord, man. It's a ton of fun. Last night you got to watch me descend into terminal rage while playing Call of Duty for the first time in like 6 months. And it was probably quite entertaining. I should have put together a highlight reel of all the "your mom's a hoe" comments that I made. That game
It would have been just like one constant string of "your mom's a hoe."
I'm telling you. Okay, I used to, like the COD kids and everything like that. All them like hostile little trolls out there. I'm telling you, that game. There's something about that game that brings out the worst in you.
Just turns you into one.
It does.
Yeah, I literally watched you transform into that.
It does. I was calling people's moms a hoe.
You were like
I
30
never do
seconds
that.
away from you were all night.
I know. I was doing it all night. I said some bad stuff.
You literally felt bad. You're like, wait a minute. I'm just gonna have to lean into this. Now I'm racist. Great. Good. It happened. It's COD's fault.
It's COD's fault, man. There's something about that game. I just scared Lexi. There's something about that game. Gotta get a quick drink of water here. Sorry.
Megan says that was not a good night after he got off. It's always a good night after I get off.
Oh, damn right. Yeah, I've been in Vegas with you. So you get to participate in stuff like that. We play a ton of video games. Right now we're playing. We have our own Arma 3 Exile server. So we're having a ton of fun playing that, and we've played things like Ark in the past, Battlefield, pretty much everything that's popular. So if you guys want to play some games with myself, occasionally Hypo, and the rest of the Tundra Nation mod crew, and some of our cooler fans, please feel free to join that server. If you guys feel like taking the step a little bit farther, or taking the next step and going a little bit farther and supporting us monetarily, we have a couple of ways that you can do that, a couple of preferred ways that you guys can do that. Number one, and the most preferred way, the way we love to see the support, is through PayPal. And the reason why we encourage PayPal, guys, is your money gets to us, as opposed to gets taken away in fees or in terms of like with YouTube. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you do a super chat to a YouTube channel, YouTube takes 33% of the overall total for that. And back when we were doing this on our other channel, when super chats were actually enabled, if somebody sent us $100, 33 bucks of that goes towards gun content censorship, essentially. So do not support our YouTube overlords ever again. Donate direct either through Patreon at patreon.com/TundraTactical, or our preferred method is PayPal using the email address tyler@tundratactical.com. That's TYLER @tundratactical.com.
That being said, we want to get to the point where we can have super chats enabled and not use them and say
Big F. Get an F in chat for when Tundra Tactical takes over YouTube. It's never happening. If somebody actually puts an F in chat, I'm going to be very surprised. Yeah, I think that covers housekeeping tonight. We're not too bad. We're 40 minutes into the show. We got a couple. We got a G, we got a Q from Hypo. Nice. Thick. Hold on. Thick. Hypo, you got a hot take for us tonight. Actually, I wasn't even ready for that one. Sorry. Thick.
Fuck you, big boy.
Oh man.
So you got a hot take for us tonight, Hypo, right?
I do.
Excellent.
You
Well,
ready for it?
Let me set up the bit here real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for Hypo's Hot Takes. Hypo's Hot Takes is the section of the show where Hypoluxia, the beautiful bearded bald man in front of you on your left, because there's two of them. Ha ha! I'm just kidding. He takes over the show for a minute and poses a question to myself and the chat, and we get to have a little discussion time. Hypo, what's your hot take for this evening, sir?
I don't know how long this one's gonna last, but we're gonna try to milk it for all we got.
Roll with it.
Roll with it. So the second time in a row that I've been inspired for a hot take came from Crazy Eyes during a discussion, and I've been thinking, I love my guns.
So
you
do
love
I.
your guns.
I do.
Sure, everybody loves all of their guns.
Sounds like one of those like campfire songs.
It does.
It does kind of.
Kumbaya, my guns.
I love my guns.
Kumbaya.
We should never sing
They're
again.
really a necessary evil, though, aren't they? They exist for a purpose.
Well,
and
yes.
Beside the fanboyness that we have for them and the appreciation of the aesthetics and everything else, I was thinking about how nice it would be to not actually ever have needed them.
Yeah, okay. I can see that.
To live in a world where that wouldn't be a necessity
Yeah.
for weapons in general.
Fair enough.
I kind of feel conflicted though, because I fucking love them so much.
Well, so here's maybe the sub question inside there. Would the desire for the I mean, at that point it would really be more like, if there was no necessity, it would really just be more of a hobby.
It would be
Right?
at that point.
So I think for a lot of us shooters out there, you know, if I were to call shooting a hobby, that might rub some people the wrong way, because I think for a lot of us, I think for a lot of us, it's definitely more than a hobby. It's really a lifestyle, and it's you could kind of say that about any sport out there, or any quote unquote hobby.
In a lifestyle.
Yeah. But for shooting specifically, there's very few other activities out there that have that weight to them. You know, the potential for
There is quite a bit of gravity, and that's kind of what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think I know where you're going with this. You know, would it be nice to live in a world where firearms weren't needed? Yeah, hell yeah. Having a daughter now, and growing up in the times that we're growing up in, and watching the stuff that's going on, living through some of that shitty experience, and I've said this story before, but one of the things I'll never forget for the rest of my life was being locked and loaded, ready to bug out here in Minneapolis, with all the shit going on. And I'd go out to kind of do the peek out the window, and then there's little Ellie with the biggest smile on her face, rolling around, cooing and cawing on the floor like nothing's wrong. And it was so, like, it stopped me dead in my tracks. I was just like, she has no idea. Like, this means nothing to her. And I took it two ways. Like, part of that was very calming and very zen, and it was just like, man, okay, cool. Like, kind of brought me back down, took me down a notch or two. But at the same time, I was just like, she's completely innocent and defenseless, and like there's nothing. Like, if I'm not here, what's gonna stop anything from doing her harm? So would I like to live in a world where I didn't have to say that? If I left and I could feel like they were more safe, or we're getting another big storm rolling through. If I go dark, that's the reason why. Like I said, we had a tornado touchdown pretty close to here last night, or not pretty close, but close enough. But yeah, to kind of make it a little bit more heavy. Yeah, I'd like to live in that world, and I think that firearms still would have a place because I mean, like, hunting would never not be a thing.
Sure.
The game and the sport of hunting would never not be a thing. But I'm kind of right there in the same boat with you. Like, it's I don't want to say this the wrong way, because I don't want to feel like, you're almost like warmongering or like violence mongering, or like you're grateful for the violence so you can, be this person, because that's not the definition at all. The definition of being a shooter and you know, being a defensive minded person is exactly that. Is you're not looking for an excuse. You're looking for every excuse to not look for the excuse, I guess.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But that in and of itself provides something to build and train and work on. And there's a massive level of like personal achievement, you know, feeling of satisfaction that comes with improving a skill that not a lot of other people have. You know, we see our community.
And I think on top of that pride that you're feeling, or that good feeling that you get from doing well and being exceptional at that, not only comes from being better or being something that other people can't be or aren't, but also you are actively taking control of your own safety subconsciously.
Sure.
Or at least you should be.
Yeah.
At least you should be. And I think that's kind of a second half to the question, and I'll let you finish.
Well, yeah, and I'm glad that you said it that way. I was working in my head trying to figure out how to wordsmith that out, and I'm happy that you said it that way. I think that there's something also to be said about that specific statement. So you were saying you're taking how'd you say it?
You're taking an active role in your own safety.
Okay. So I think that a lot of times from people who are either very new to shooting or people like who was it, Brittany? The lady friend that just got converted over.
Yep.
So I think a lot of people that are coming either from her position or, you know, I could be totally off base, Brittany, and I apologize if I am, but I think that they might take a statement like that the wrong way. Some people, I think, could take that as a very provocative statement, and it's really not meant to be a provocative statement. You have to really analyze what we're saying when we say that. We're not saying we're taking an active, you know, we're not actively participating. Like, we're not trying to like start a situation where we get to defend ourselves. That's not the point. The point of that statement is we're focusing on more than just the firearm skill. You know, being a defensive minded person is not just being a shooter. There is a whole nother level, a whole nother couple of levels to it, you know, in relation to things like, you know, the easiest one to reference is just stuff like situational awareness or conflict avoidance. You know, a critical component, if given the opportunity, which, you know, doesn't always happen, but conflict de-escalation. You know, finding a way to get out of a situation where you don't have to use your firearm. The gun is the easy way. You know, not you get what I'm saying. Like, that's obviously like,
no, that's, yeah.
You know, it's the light switch. It's on then off. It's done.
The quickest and easiest route to getting out of a situation that is life threatening.
But I can guarantee you, you know, if we ever have somebody in the chat that's, you know, please, you don't have to like identify yourselves. You know, I'd prefer if you stayed quiet, actually. But if we have somebody in the chat that's been in a defensive situation where they've had to use their firearm and, God forbid, kill somebody, it's not a good feeling. Like, you're not walking away. All right, got that one off the check. You know, you're not doing that.
Yeah.
With that being said, if you work your way out of a potentially violent or dangerous situation without using your firearm, using the skills that you've developed while training with your firearm, that, however, is a damn good feeling.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is a really good feeling. It's almost a, well, it's a big win to say, you know what, that paid off. I was able, you know, I had my gun on me just in case it all went to shit, but I was able to use the skills that I developed because I carry that gun. And that is the thing. The gun isn't necessarily the end result. It's the catalyst that pushes you to train things in your brain, with your eyes, with your ears, with your mouth, the rest of your body, and how all of that interfaces with that firearm. It allows you the opportunity to train that when you probably wouldn't have in the past. If you don't need a gun, well, why would you train situational awareness? Why would you train conflict avoidance or de-escalation? You know, like passive and active conflict avoidance, active de-escalation, things like that. These are all skills that take a lot of work. And without a gun, you never do that. And I think a lot of us are better human beings because of the fact that we carry a firearm. Not because we're carrying the gun, but because of the skills that we bring to the table that aren't necessarily related to the activity of shooting, that put us in a tactical and strategic position to be of more success to ourselves and the people around us. That was a really well phrased statement.
I'm surprised. Yeah.
And I've been drinking.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of my response to your hot take, bud.
Well, okay. So second part of that question is then, do you think that maybe firearms instructors, courses, tactical classes, things like that, put too much or don't put enough emphasis on that morbidity and the dark side of what they're doing, even from a sporting side? Do you think that people put as much gravity on what they're training to do?
There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things that I consider wrong with the firearms training industry. The last couple of times we've had Todd Fossey on, we've talked about this ad nauseum, and there are a lot of things that I find very wrong with the way firearms are being trained. And I used to kind of subscribe to that, Gun Sight Academy stuff, and all this other, your traditional style of quote unquote tactical training. And then after I got to know Todd a little bit more, him and I started talking personally and on the show here a couple of times. And a lot of the stuff that he said really made sense. And with all the stuff that I think that they do wrong in terms of the style of training that they have, the one thing I don't think they do wrong is impressing upon you the gravity of carrying a firearm. And even more so, what happens to you and your life, your family, your bank account when that firearm, when that firearm would need to be used in a defensive situation. They do their job. Where the disconnect is in society, in our society specifically, our little community, is the way people interpret that. The lesson is being taught but not received in a lot of cases. The message is being said, but it's not being understood or heard. Because it's a gun. It's fun. It's exciting. If you go to a vast majority of carry classes up here, there's a good hour and a half segment of our classes that are dedicated to what happens if/when and then post. And it's scary, dude. It's yeah, you're gonna get fucked up. You're going to jail. This is gonna happen. Your life's gonna fall apart. You're gonna be an emotional wreck. You're gonna have PTSD. I don't care how tough you are. There might be a very small percentage, a very, very small percentage of people that end up being closet sociopaths or something that just don't feel anything. But you will get messed up. PTSD is a real thing. I've suffered from it. I know a lot of people in the chat have suffered from it. And it's not fun. It is not fun. It's not a made up thing. It's not a thing where you just get, flashback. Okay. No, it's in a lot of cases, it's fucking crippling. It is absolutely crippling. People kill themselves over PTSD all the time. What is it? 22 vets a day?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's no joke. And the problem is people aren't understanding that. They say, oh, yep, totally serious. Yep. I got it. All right. Next thing. And then brain dump in one ear, out the other.
Sure.
So it's not the fact that the gravity of the message isn't being said. It's just not, in my opinion, being understood. And I've been on both sides of the fence. I've spent way more time as a student than I have as a teacher. And yes, believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world where Tyler from Tundra Tactical can be a firearms instructor and does occasionally. Used to do it a lot more than I do now, but yes, don't go to my classes. I'll fuck you up.
Got that card from the enemy.
I don't know. Maybe I got a career out in California.
I guess what you're saying is that maybe for the public at large that's newer to shooting, that they're going to take more stock in what's being said to them, and our community is going to see it as more fun.
I'd say the 100% opposite. The people that are most at risk to not hear the message. Yeah, the people that are most at risk to not hear the message is the new shooter.
Okay. Because
of, like I said, because of that enamor, because of that mystery of the firearm, because of that adrenaline, that's coming from sitting in that class waiting to go shooting. For the first time in a lot of cases.
How do we get beyond that? How as an instructor, would you get beyond it? nail home the fact that what you're carrying is it's a tool used to stop a threat. And
Sure. The simple answer is you don't.
At its core, that's what it's for.
Yeah, the simple answer is you don't.
Yeah.
There's literally nothing that you can do. I cannot control what people think in their own brains and how their own brains work. So the best I can do is do my damnedest to get that gravity of that statement across. And one of the things that I do relatively well is when I want to be serious, I kind of turn the switch on and make sure that people understand, like, hey, listen the fuck up. Like, this is no joke. And we're going to talk about something that could potentially ruin your life. You know, there's not a lot of classes that you can go and pay me for, so I can tell you how the thing you're looking forward to is going to ruin your life.
Do you think that that's attitude, that's the necessity to put that weight on students? Do you think that gets used against the community by anti-2A people as well?
It
because
could,
they see
yeah.
it as
It could.
warmonger, as, you know, kill happy.
Well, maybe
'Cause here we are,
maybe
we're
in
so
an
excited
unjust
about these
manner.
things.
Yeah, maybe in an
But-
unjust manner, because I mean the reality of the situation is we're trying to do the 100% opposite. We're actively trying to discourage our students from being trigger happy fools.
Sure. And a lot, like you said, a lot of the tools that come along with carrying and in a good situation are going to be things that de-escalate, that disassociate from situations, that
Yeah.
avoid conflict.
There's
Completely.
I've said his name a couple of times, but look up on our old, or not our old channel, the Tundra Tactical channel. Go back to the episodes where we had Todd Fossey on. I'm gonna pub it right now. If you guys, have a little bit of extra time over the course of the next week, watch the 2 episodes that we've had with Todd on.
I think the first one was 63, if I'm correct.
Fair enough. He explains it so much better, and this guy, he's a statistical genius. Like, the guy has stats for everything under the sun. And now, granted, statistics can be morphed to kind of fit a narrative, and that I understand that completely. But you know, he will immediately strike you as a guy with the just passion. Like, that's the only way to describe it. Like, the passion and love for the idea of being a defensive minded person. How does he say it? He's like, don't be a gunfighter, be a fighter with a gun. You know, be somebody who has that mentality, that training to identify all of the quirks, all of the tweaks, all of the issues, find a way to either exploit or avoid, and then worst case scenario, now that gun comes out, but when that gun comes out, you damn well know how to use it. And so that's the type of guy that Todd is. And I really respect the guy. I think that he has a lot to offer this community. He's very underutilized, even though he's very connected with a ton of people very high up. He's part of the Funker 530 network. He's part of the Personal Defense Network with Rob Pincus. So he's very well connected. But I just don't think he's utilized enough. And the way that he thinks about topics like this is pretty much the way I would answer the question, is just say, like, well, what would Todd do? Like, what would Todd say here? And that's kind of what I'm trying to think, and I'm trying to draw back on a lot of the conversations that I've had with him, because I agree, like it's a frustrating issue, because you really can't control how somebody interprets your message. The one thing that you probably could never control, because you know, people are they're gonna take your words and they're gonna spin them to fit whatever they want to fit. In certain cases, you know, a good majority of the people out there will probably hear and understand what you have to say, but you're never gonna weed out all of the people that just want to hear what they want to hear. And no matter what you say, I could say, you know, that pen is blue, and they're like, oh yeah, it's red. Like, they're just gonna convince themselves that it's red. And
and then the Earth's flat, and then all of a sudden we're living on an ice shelf.
Well, and you know, look at a very small, and I will stress, a very small percentage of our community. You know, the tinfoil hat wearing motherfuckers out there that you know, they're gonna do whatever they have to twist a word or twist a message to fit their own narrative. People do it all the time. Left, right, upside down, inside out. I don't care who you are. At one point in your life, you've taken a message and you've twisted it to fit your own narrative to make yourself feel better. Because that's what we want to do. We want to feel good about a decision, right? That's the whole reason why people try to justify the purchase of a G2C. I'm just kidding.
Suck it, Mark.
That's all I gotta say, man. I mean, I could go into a rabbit hole.
All right,
but we've had complaints in the past.
we've hit it at 8 o'clock exactly.
Did we?
Tyler, I'm proud
Seriously?
of
Holy
us.
shit! Yeah, right on, man.
Yeah, also,
Right on.
I want to publicly say, Blobfish, no, fuck you. Don't talk about that black and blue dress.
Let's see. You know what? Hypo, give a quick little give some love to the chat for a second. I have to go grab a utensil for the next bit. I'll be right back.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So Tyler's probably going to end it all at this point, which is on air, and that'll be another first. But let me look through some of these things here. Richard's saying, yeah, I do agree that a lot of people that wind up in a defensive situation and end up having to take somebody's life will end up having to deal with professionals mentally.
You know, I can
cope
hear
with
you
that.
in the other room because the TV's going.
Oh, that's weird. My voice is filling the sound of like your whole home.
The whole home.
The Lindleys are alive with the sound of hypo.
Oh, that's terrible. All right. Well,
That's
hey.
awful.
So every now and again, we have a cool little segment of the show where we get to do a little mail call, and tonight is one of those nights. We got a package in the mail today that we're gonna open live on the stream. The show. How do you combine stream and show?
The stream show?
The stream.
Stro.
The shro. The shro here.
Stream.
And this
I
is
like
coming. So I've been advised that I have 2 packages on the way. And this is coming officially from Roto, Ranger of the Order here, also known as Boog Master Ranger, also known as Yeet Master Ranger. I have been underutilizing this thing tonight. So I don't know if this is the one that is courtesy of Ranger, but actually courtesy of Roto, but actually from Ranger, or if it's the one that's actually from Roto. So shall we just open it up and see what's in here? It's got some heft to it. She's got some heft to her, boys. Right? She's like a fat German woman. Fat Wisconsin woman. That's what I meant to say. Technically, they're all German, but if you're from Wisconsin, I apologize. Not really. Live in a good state.
Oh. Sucks.
Yep.
But doesn't. I love cheese. Sorry. I apologize to myself.
They're not even that good with cheese anymore. They used to be. All right, so
I
coming
can say
from
cheese
Roto,
curds suck.
all the way from Ohio. Okay, by the way, if you ever utter that sentence again here on this show, I will ban you.
Cheese curds.
Don't do
Suck.
it. Oh my god. All right, bye, Hypo.
Cheese crumbles are one thing.
Okay, you're lucky. You're lucky. I like you too much. I can't get rid of you.
Don't mess up the stream. That's all you care about right now. You're just like, no. We got continuity to worry about.
All right, let's see if we can get her open here.
This is the second time I've seen you use a knife. The first time was when there was a meatball involved.
Oh god, yeah, I forgot about that.
You almost took your freaking lips off with it.
All right, we got a little oh god. I hate you so much. All right, well. Fucking idiots, man.
Ooh, Fox 2.
Shirt needs to get made, man. People are calling for it.
I know.
People are calling for it. So this is letter part 2. Okay, so now we have another. Oh god, he wrote a fucking novel. All right. It says, "Dear Tyler, I'd like to start off by thanking you for putting up with all my shenanigans for the past year. Knowing you and the rest of the Tundra Nation has been quite a ride. I'm extremely grateful for the opportunity you've given me to contribute even to the growth of the channel. All right, now that serious and sincere stuff is out of the way, let's move on to the shit show that is the care package. So I'm wondering if I'm supposed to be opening this as. Do you know anything about this?
I don't know shit about
Okay.
this.
Hold on.
Nobody tells me anything anymore.
I'm gonna kind of just very briefly pre-read this and see for the benefit of the stream here if I am supposed to. Oh, cool. All right. So I think I can go ahead and just read the bit. So it says, A few months ago, you mentioned that you were planning on purchasing a cannon. I think, Ranger or Roto, in your drunken stupor, you misheard that. We own one. Well, I don't personally own one, but the guy downstairs has one. Or at least he used to. I don't know if he still has it. So he says, I took it upon myself to fabricable 2 pieces of hopefully reusable ammo. So that
fabricable, let's
Yep.
just go back.
So that all of the once all the beer has been shot/drunk, we can keep the laughs rolling. It also includes a bottle of my favorite whiskey, which you will probably be in dire need of by the end. A cool t-shirt to celebrate your short-lived War Thunder career, which means you can finally wash your ghost shirt since you'll have something else to wear in your videos. There's a gift for you too, Megan. Happy belated birthday. I also ran out of room in the box to put anything for the bean, so here's 20 bones for the diaper fund. What a guy. Best wishes, and please don't hate me, he says. He also has a letter part 2 in here that I will go on to read, and it's... Did he tape this? Like, he taped it like an envelope. Who does that? Oh, Roto. I love you, bud. Thanks, man. Let's see. Oh, Jesus Christ. He really fucking shoots this thing up.
Skookum factor 10.
Yeah, there's a lot to it. All right.
We all like watching you struggle.
It's, yeah, okay, so it goes, addendum. The care package did have a bottle of, okay. When I found out... okay, cool. So the addendum is, yeah, he can't ship alcohol via the mail. So he included $30 for Megan to go out and buy some of them at his or at our convenience. All right.
That was perfect. She leaned in, you leaned over, and your head overlapped her.
So it says, oh, he even included instruction. Wow, there are actual literal instructions on this. It says instructions.
Man, he is.
Wow. Okay.
He should write the mod manual.
Yeah. No, I'm fine. All right, hold on here. This is a fun little mail call. I like this. If you guys want to send something to me, get in touch with me on Discord. I'm not at the point where I'm gonna give out my address live on the air here, but you get to know me a little bit, and when I start trusting you, then you can send me some stuff.
You sent me a text when I asked for your address. It says, "Please don't kill me."
Yes, please don't murder me or something like that. Okay.
Please don't murder me.
You know what, dude? This is the most boog thing ever. Like, most boogmaster thing ever. You know what he used? You know what he used to wrap this?
Mm.
A Rice Krispies cereal box. One of us. One of us. Oh my god, I'm telling you, this thing has got, so this is the reusable cannon ammunition. I can't show this on the air.
Oh no.
I mean, I can. Oh my god.
What I think it is.
Probably.
Can you grab it from one end so that it's safer and only looks cylindrical? Did he 3D print a fist? Can we get a moment of silence for Tyler? Our career is over. That's it. That's it, Boog.
You broke my husband. What did you do?
Hell no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no.
I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. It came with instructions.
Oh God. Just when you thought it couldn't get worse.
Instructions. He says, read in your enthusiastic video voice. Congratulations! You are now the proud owner of a Ranger's Custom AK Fart Knocker Mark II. Have you ever thought, I want to punch that asshole, but I'm not quite close enough to get the job done? Well, this is the product for you. With the Fart Knocker Mark II, you can now deck bitches and wreck weirdos from up to 30 yards away. To use your Fart Knocker 2, simply load into your X Products can cannon. Load in a 223 or 556 NATO blank. Take aim and sock a fool. Just that easy. Warranty info. Are you fucking kidding me? This thing took way too long to make, and you're getting it for free. You expect a warranty? Liability info. Ranger's Custom AKs is not responsible for any of the stupid shit that you decide to do with your Fart Knocker Mark II. Enjoy and have fun. Thanks for choosing Ranger's Custom AKs for all your stupid shit needs.
Tyler, check that thing for screws.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, there's more. There's more.
Struble says video has to be made now.
You know what? I literally just realized that it actually has stuff written on it. Like it says Fart Knocker Mark II, Swift Fist of Justice. It sounds like a bad 80s movie.
Sounds like a great 80s movie. It's like Kick Puncher.
Yeah, exactly. Should this, I'm going to use this as like a pointing tool. Should this thing go up on the Tundra shelf? I think so. It needs to. I think it needs to. All right.
That needs to replace either A, the comb, or B, the presenter.
All right, there is more. There is more. This says, oh my God. There is a warning on here. It says, warning, not for internal use.
Blobfish says, sounds like a bad 80s movie, but a great 80s porno.
Mm-hmm.
With just as much hair as our faces.
I can't, Ranger, you can't be sending me. This is even worse. I haven't even opened this thing, and I've just, oh, yeah, dude. Okay, this I actually can't show.
Ranger actually works for the ATF, and he's trying to get us shut down.
No.
Does he work for my former employer?
Yeah.
Oh, goody.
You can't see this, Megan.
It's another 3D printed projectile.
No, do not. Ranger, I'm sending that back. I want nothing to do with that shit.
Megan, I'm sending you $5 if you run around in the background
No.
swinging that thing like a lightsaber.
No. No.
Hell no.
Oh my God. All right. Now that mail call's over with.
Oh,
No, it's not over with. Oh God, there's one other thing. This is from, he said I was getting a War Thunder t-shirt, right? Oh, hell yeah.
yeah, from your shirt.
Right the fuck on. Okay, this is actually kind of freaking cool. He sent me a Sabaton shirt. Bismarck. Nice, my favorite song from them too. All on the back there. Love it. That is actually, okay, so that makes up for, what he essentially just sent me a giant dildo. Yep. We're not showing that on the stream, and I'm sending that back because I have just no desire to tell a giant dildo.
Go on the shelf.
No.
Just right between
That
the
is
guns.
that is
Just
not
standing tall and proud.
that is not just not happening. Just not. I have to recover from that.
You're welcome.
Like, did you
welcome.
Ranger? Did
got a
you
message
buy
from
that
Carter.
or did you make it? Because you
Man,
definitely
I
made
hope
that.
he walked into a store and said, "Hey, look, I'm buying this for a friend."
I mean, why? I have specifically said.
$10.
Okay.
Do not send me a bag of dicks.
I'm
literally sends a bag of dicks.
I'm setting a precedent here right now. I'm setting
Please.
a precedent right now.
No penises at my doorstep.
I'm setting a precedent right now. The next person to send me a fucking dildo or anything related to that hypo will be banned unequivocally and permanently from not just the show, the Discord, but I do not need that shit showing up at my house. I get the gag. I understand you guys like to be silly and funny, but I'm actually being serious here. If you're gonna send me stuff, I appreciate it. Keep it respectable. Ranger, the only reason why you get to slide by is because you've given way more to the channel than you've taken away. So I'll subtract some of your equity from the channel. You'll have to earn that back. But
1 inch.
Yep, exactly.
I'm so glad this happened to you and not me.
Yeah, send it to hypo. Come on. I've got a baby girl at the house. You can't be sending me that shit now. Be adults, okay? I like that literally just derailed me. I don't even know what to do.
Let's move on to
first
Carnage
one,
Cares.
I don't even have Carnage Cares pulled up. Oh my god. I don't even know if I can do Carnage Cares. Where is it? Oh, damn. Everyone gets to see my DMs now. I don't even care. Like, that literally just killed me. Oh god, there's the red eye. So we got through Hypo's hypnotic beard oil, right?
Richard says send it to Brandon or Fit and Fire.
I mean, Brandon definitely will find a use for it.
Yeah, just mail it over to him.
God damn it, Boog.
I love him so much.
Most of the time. I gotta get a drink. Hold on. Drink of water. Wash that.
There's some. Yeah, this is bad. Tyler's actually drinking water on stream.
Like, if what if my in-laws were to walk in right now and they just saw a giant black fist sitting on my desk, and then just the pinkest, fleshiest. This thing was that big around. He was that big around. How?
It's got to fit in the cannon.
How did you get it? Like, did you specifically search for a cannon dildo?
I hope so.
I actually
and I
bet
hope it
you
came from
did.
Twitch.
You know what? Actually, here's what I hope. I hope that search in your Google history gets you in trouble with like a girl later on down the road. Like looking through Facebook.
And you have to explain the whole story.
Exactly.
And then bring up this video.
Yep. And then she's not going to believe you because I never showed it on camera. Ha! All right. Let's see. We got top comments of the week left, and we have what's that other bit that we do? Ask Tundra Nation. There we go. So the next two segments are sponsored by Carnage Cares and Carnage Cares Incorporated and their new product, Red Eye Whiskey Eyedroppers. Excuse me. I apologize if I'm not on my game right now. I'm still recovering. Do you dread being dragged into yet another boring school recital for your kids? Are you being forced to spend your vacation with your teetotaling in-laws? Or do you simply want to have a drink without being obvious? Carnage Cares Incorporated has the answer to all of these problems and more with its revolutionary new product, the Red Eye line of whiskey eyedroppers. Designed for situations where carrying a flask is either impractical or undesirable, the Red Eye is perfect for people who want a quick, discreet shot of whiskey. Simply add a few drops of Red Eye directly to the eye, and our specially formulated whiskey travels up the optic nerve directly into your brain for a quicker and more powerful effect by cutting out that pesky middleman, the liver. Now you can drink without being judged, and most importantly, without having to share. Don't like whiskey? Our Red Eye line also comes in tequila, rum, margarita, and daiquiri flavors. So get Red Eye today and be drunk tomorrow. Thanks, Carnage Cares and Carnage Cares Incorporated. We're very excited. I actually, a little known fact here, for the new folks at least. I actually had a pretty big hand in the idea creation for the Red Eye Whiskey Eyedroppers. There's some incidents on the stream that have happened on multiple occasions that inspired that form of alcohol delivery system. Goodness gracious, I apologize. We were doing so well too. We were doing so well up until this moment.
Can literally hear the train tracks screeching.
I'm still struggling. Do I have ATN? Yeah, okay, good. We got ATN up. Good.
Yep.
And then Ranger should have. I know he put it together. He said, "Let me know if you can't access." Oh yeah, Ranger, I need to be approved for access to the document. Thank you, Tyler, for not testing that prior to. Oh, we got some time sensitive shit apparently.
Well, the time sensitive stuff is
no
longer time sensitive. No,
okay.
Everything is fucking old as shit.
Yeah, we've whatever. We'll just go on to Ask Tundra Nation. Ask Tundra Nation, ladies and gentlemen, is the segment of the show, where you guys, the fans, get to ask your questions or get your questions asked and answered live on the air with myself and Hypoluxia. If you guys do want to be a part of Ask Tundra Nation, then you do have to join the Discord by following the link in the chat that Operator Tony and Hypoluxia have been posting all night long, and find the channel specifically for Ask Tundra Nation, post your questions in there. Do me a favor, do not answer questions while they're in there, just post them so I can read them live on the air and you don't spoil all the good fun for me. So the first question, man, Boogmaster is just highlight reeling tonight. Whatever. Boogmaster Ranger wants to know, have you ever taken a poop so large that your anus felt numb afterwards? And if yes, was it MRE related? No comment is my question. Hypo, you?
Yeah, definitely. And it was not MRE related.
God damn it, Boog.
But considering the context of this evening, we're moving on quickly.
I'm subtracting more equity from your server standing here. Tyler / Hypo. This is coming from Trenched Gears, I believe.
Did you say that minus 50 KP?
Yeah, minus 50. Whelps. Left side, even side, handle it. I've always imagined him doing a knife hand at the screen. Why is my screen so yellow all of a sudden? It's because of, I bet you my auto white balance is kicking in hard. Anywho, I really need a new camera. Anywho, the next question, like I said, is coming from the Trench Gears. It says, Hypo / Tyler, I heard that devices on the end of pellet guns aren't considered suppressors because they're made all at once and from the same piece. Is this true? Or if this is true, why hasn't a can company done the same thing to a firearm? I don't know if that's true at all. I don't think they're classified as suppressors because they're just not suppressors to begin with.
Well, they're not on a actual firearm.
Yeah. So I don't think that it has, and I could be wrong in giving this information out. I've never really come across that question before, but my guess would be it's not, like, even if it does have the same effect of keeping the noise quiet, because that's essentially what it's doing. It's giving the place it's giving the gas a place to expand in a more controlled fashion, which does reduce noise. Obviously, suppressors work like that. So even though it's doing the same thing, because it's not on what is technically classified as a firearm, I don't think I think that's more of the reason why it's not classified as a suppressor. Once again, I could be wrong, but I don't think that if you made an entirely like singular piece, like a billet piece, that function, which I don't even know how you would do.
I've done a little bit of research into this because I'm a bit of a troll, but the intention is the key there for that. So they do actually act as noise suppressors, but because it is not on what's considered an actual firearm, and they're Typically either pin welded or they're permanently made to be part of the
Gotcha.
pellet gun, they're not considered suppressor by ATF NFA standards.
Gotcha. because that's
Granted, however, you take that, you try to transfer that to something else that's an actual firearm, you're fucked. You're breaking all sorts of laws, and you're a felon immediately.
I think you answered it discreetly there by referencing the NFA standards. It's not like what, you know, it's it has nothing to do with what we consider to be a suppressor, a firearm, or anything like that, and has everything to do with what it's defined as in the NFA, and the subsequent addendums.
I think it all boils down to intent.
Yeah, and that
So
you're right. That is a big
intended
thing.
to use on a pellet gun, that's it.
Yeah. So it's an interesting question though, and the thing that it makes me think about is how would you fabricable a billet, like a solid piece into a suppressor? How do you make the baffles? Now, I'm not a machinist, so like my brain doesn't work like that. I'm sure that there's a way. If I've got any machine savvy folks out there, engineers out there, who want to join up in the Discord and educate me, that's actually something that I'd like literally sit down and listen to you explain. Like there's not a lot of things that I'm going to sit down and listen to somebody explain to me, because I usually get bored really quickly. But that is actually genuinely interesting to me. If you can think of in your head, at least like theoretically, it doesn't have to be practical, but just from a theoretical standpoint, is there actually a way to make a single piece, not two pieces that are like welded together or, you know, pressed together or anything like that, but like you take a single piece of like billet steel or whatever. I don't think you can make can you make a suppressor out of aluminum? It's probably not strong enough. Titanium maybe. That'd be an expensive fucking suppressor, I'll tell you that much right now. But you take a single piece,
fancy ass like dental tool style carving device on a lathe to insert into the hole. Oh yeah.
God,
while it's rotating to actually carve your channels, and then it would be something articulating it. That's the only way I could think.
I hate you, Hypo.
Why?
Or you're just playing into the bit. You weren't trying to, but you're playing into the bit. So yeah, go ahead, join up in the Discord and shoot me a DM. I'd actually really like to hear if that's actually possible, because that actually seems kind of interesting from a mechanical perspective. I don't know, just from like a physical perspective. I can't understand how you would get around having more than two baffles, because you could have a front and a rear baffle, I guess. But that'd be it. Like, how do you machine something behind it if it's a single piece? So, anyways, I'll leave that one there. It boggles the mind, to use another reference. The next one comes from the Pookie Doodle. We haven't had a Pookie question in a while. The Pookie Doodle wants to know, what do you think, what do you think the importance of a good belt is for the extra weight of an EDC?
We already answered this.
Well, no. Did I answer this one last week, or did I do this one on the ATN video?
Yeah, no, this was last week.
Okay, I did this one last week. All right, so
last week.
Oh God, N7X Ranger. I'm also subtracting server equity from you for this question. Recommended
Just
optics for a handgun, specifically a Chiappa Rhino 60DS. Get over yourself. You're never going to own one. It's the least practical handgun on the face of the planet. So recommended optics, none, because you shouldn't own the gun to begin with. Carnage wants to know, is 40 mil Bofors too little of a gun for duck hunting? Absolutely not. If not, he said, should I go bigger? I would say the 57 mil Bofors would be with your tungsten filament rounds, with the radio fuses, radio proximity fuses. So, you know, once you get close, just tungsten filament, powdered tungsten filament everywhere. You take out a whole flock in one shot. Granted, that shot probably cost you about $1,000. So, little cost prohibitive there. Yeah, little cost prohibitive there. But hey, you know what? Could be an interesting seasoning on the duck flavor too. You know, they say that duck is very gamey. Well, now it's just going to be metallic. So
hey, it's kind of like my cooking.
There you go. Cat Milk wants to know, what are your thoughts on the Franklin Armory Providence double action AR? This is their binary gun, right?
I think so.
The Franklin Armory Providence. Can you look that one up for me? Look that one up for me. I'm gonna check on the link for our top comments of the week while you're doing that. I don't keep too up to date on Franklin Armory's topics. They just They're a gimmick company to me in a lot of the sense. Now I understand like what they have for like the Title I stuff in California, and in that respect, two big thumbs up for providing a gigantic, well, essentially Boog's gift to California. There, they can go sit on that. Maybe I should just send that to like the Office of California, and then they can go take that and use it as they will. And maybe I'll just send this as well. I'll go. You know what? Great idea. Great idea. I know exactly what we do with this.
Okay.
Okay. When I moved to Nevada, we're going to take a little trip to the border. We're going to take a little trip to the border. We're launching this thing at California. We're gonna give them the big black fist. We're giving them the big black fist. We're gonna start a war. How great would it be? I mean, it would suck if I went to jail for that. Like somehow, like I'm sure there's something illegal in doing that, like shooting across state lines.
Yeah, fisting California.
But I'm literally gonna we're gonna call that. That's gonna be the video. Tundra Tactical Fist California.
It's California.
And I don't even care. Like, can you imagine the headlines? Can you imagine how big our channel would get?
That would be great.
Meet the bald fuck with the beard that fisted California.
Because he's gonna bail us out, so
and then
we're good.
You know what? How about we do this? How about we take it a step further? We get Reno May on the other side of the border to like we play 500, and we just he tries to catch it and shit. This thing will fucking okay. I mean, this thing is no joke. Like we can't actually do that. This thing weighs like almost probably close to 2 pounds. Like this thing is.
Is it suitable for duck hunting?
You could kill somebody with this.
I'm certain you could.
Yeah, not rectally. So, but
well, maybe also
Tundra Tactical Fist California. In the same vein, never mind. I'm not going there. All right. Did we find out anything on the Providence 9?
So basically, I was not familiar with it. It's essentially a double action AR, non-semi-automatic.
What? All right, now I gotta look this up. All
so
right, here, let me hold on.
It's weird. I hate that the chat probably knows more about this than we do.
Oh, but the chat always knows more about it than we do. We are hacks. Yeah, we're hacks. We don't know what we're doing.
See, moments though, it's the moments that the curtain is opened.
Yeah. Okay.
They
so let's do this.
Everywhere.
Okay. So let's do this. So we got
Trigger is manually cocking the hammer.
So if you're unfamiliar with this, I think I have the right one here, right, Hypo?
I think so.
Providence 9 mil. Okay. So
that's it.
This is great. They don't have any like description of it.
No, not really.
Period.
It just basically says essentially it's a double
firearm
action
in the world.
Double action AR.
Huh. I mean, I can kind of see it. You know, I'll be honest with you. Like, I'd never own this, but I'm interested in it. Like, I kind of want to know more.
If you're in advanced state, maybe.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, is this not the most Franklin Armory gun ever? Like, this is the company that is essentially like that. This is what they do. Like, they just make weird.
Well, that's their niche. Like, we've got this group of people that are totally screwed.
Yeah.
You can't own semi-autos. Okay. Well, it's not a semi-auto. It's double action. It's a hammer fire.
Yeah.
Suck it.
I mean, like with the whole Reformation thing, we'll rewind the clock back to the Reformation days, right?
Oh boy. Yeah.
Okay. Now we can all agree, giant disappointment, right? Giant disappointment, because we were all expecting something like groundbreaking and revolutionary, not just adult Nerf gun, essentially, is what happened. If you guys are unfamiliar with the Reformation, there's a little bit of controversy involved in that. But this is what I'll say.
Controversy as well.
Yeah, this is what I'll say. Is the boys and girls over at Franklin Armory, they know how to fucking market.
God damn it, Tyler.
See, I didn't overuse it specifically. I wanted to lull you into a false sense of confidence. You said I'm ready tonight. Bullshit.
You ain't ready for me, bitch. I got you at all times. You my baby.
Okay, I got you at all times. Remember that. I got you at all times. I can get you whenever I want. But no, the guys over at Franklin Armory, the guys and gals over at Franklin Armory, they absolutely know how to market. I mean, these guys, like, you could write a class on the Reformation on how to market something to an industry.
Yeah.
Because they had everybody on edge. Oh my God, what is this thing? I can't imagine what it is. How could it be this? How could we do this? How could this gun do that? You know, it's and then it just turned out to be essentially a Nerf gun that shot metal Nerf balls. With, you know, no rifling. Just it's just funny. If you don't know what it is, look it up and look up, you know, some of the hype in the pub for it. It's silly in retrospect, but in the time, I bought into it. Yeah, in the time that it was being launched and the tease that they made for it, dude, there was nothing like that at the time. Like we had never experienced anything like that in the modern, you know, era, I guess, of firearms.
No rifling. I can have it this short. Oh my God.
Well, I don't think they ever mentioned that it didn't have any rifling. They just said it's an SBR that doesn't classify as an SBR. That was essentially their marketing strategy. Yeah. It's like, no, it's not a pistol brace. It's a stock. It's less than 16 inches, and it's not considered an SBR. And they left it at that. And everyone freaked the fuck out. Be like, how? How?
Surprise, it's a slingshot.
Yeah, essentially. So, turns out, you know, wasn't as cool as we thought. But that's, you know, that is the definition of Franklin Armory, is they just do that weird shit. But more importantly, to the benefit of the Second Amendment and achieving firearms ownership, or giving the ability to own firearms to people who, you know, are trying, but their state is quote unquote legally but unethically denying them the right, if they're a law-abiding citizen, the right to own certain types of firearms. They're giving them a way around it. Like, that's what Franklin Armory does. They're one of the best companies out there that just circumvents that. Them and what's the other company? Fightlight. Fightlight is another great company for this. They make, I you know what? I'm gonna say it. They make my favorite gun, I think, in the world, which is their FCR or their SCR, the pirate gun.
Oh,
it's yes. Who out there is there anybody in the chat right now that is not familiar with the Fightlight FC? I think it's the FCR.
Yeah, I believe it
FCR, FSR. They're most famously known for, I believe, is it the Shrike?
Yes.
I think it's the Shrike, the full auto upper for the AR-15. But yeah, let me know if you're not familiar with the Fightlight FCR in the chat, and I'll pull up a picture of it to show you guys.
SCR pistol.
SCR pistol. Okay.
Yeah. God, that thing's fucking.
Dude, it's gnarly. Could you imagine going to the range, loading up 230 rounders, and just going? Dude, yeah, exactly. Not Fightlight. Is it Fightlight? Yeah, it's Fightlight, right?
It's Fightlight.
Yeah. Okay, I was right.
Yep. You talking about the one that's 5.56 that looks like a fucking pirate gun with a M-lock?
That is incorrect, Ranger. They do make a full auto version of the Shrike. It is belt fed. It can be a semi-auto belt fed, but I absolutely know somebody that has a full auto Shrike. Yeah. Let's see. Delance says, Delance, closed circuit to you, buddy. Do me a favor, get in contact with me after the show here or tomorrow. I have a sketch which you and Brandon now are playing a role in, that I have to brief you guys on, that I'm trying to get done in the next couple of weeks. So little closed circuit. Yep, little closed circuit to you, Delance, and a little bit of tease to the rest of the Tundra Nation. Delance and Brandon will be making a cameo in a skit titled "How a Tundra Tactical Video Gets Made." Okay, so Rue the Destroyer is unfamiliar. So for his benefit, I'm essentially just looking for an excuse.
Because you really like this gun.
I really do. Like, it's a fun gun.
The MSRP on it's not bad either.
No, it really isn't.
Not for what it is.
Let's see.
It's funky. Oh, I didn't know it had a threaded barrel.
So this right here is the Fight Light SCR. And it's just the literal most ridiculous gun in the world. It's an AR-15. It's a proprietary style AR-15. So it has like a little mini buffer on a tight spring that goes back into the handle, but it's got this like pirate grip. And like I want, forgive the key mod, but I just want 2 of these. I just want 2 of them, and tell me I'm wrong. Like straight up Call of Duty style, just like do on the range would be so much. It is. It's an Obrez AR.
Yeah, I really want to suppress that thing.
Like, could you imagine the fucking fireball off of this thing? And I mean, it's granted, it's going to be no greater than like a 5-inch barreled AR, but still, like, come on. It is the coolest thing. This right here is kind of the full size style. And so this is another company that, you know, we're talking about that does a really, really good job of kind of getting around a lot of that, we'll call it the syntax of the law, of some of these restrictive states, and allows people to still get into, we'll call them, you know, I actually don't really like the term modern sporting rifle, but it's a good way of describing it. I guess there's really no other way, just like normal guns. But it allows people to get into MSRs or just, you know, certain types of guns that would normally be restricted. And it also, like, by definition, kind of shows the rest of the world just how silly a lot of the laws are, because in form and function, this is literally no different than an AR-15. It just doesn't have a pistol grip. And like, having a pistol grip makes it so much more deadly, apparently. But by definition, companies like Franklin Armory and Fight Light, they're kind of trolling, and that's why I like it. Like, these guns are kind of just, they're essentially troll guns. They're saying, big, you know, oh, you want to fuck? Okay, let's go. We'll troll you. And like, but tell me, like,
Same goes for Fostech as well, too.
Yeah, it's
like,
another good example.
Basically saying, suck it.
But okay, tell me, you show up to the range. You don't know who I am, right? You show up to the range.
Okay.
I'm in a trench coat, a 3-corner hat, and I'm dual wielding those. Are you now my best friend?
No.
Yes, you are.
No, Tyler.
Yes, you are.
I'm calling the police,
No.
and I'm going to warn every school around.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You are lying to yourself right now, because I know you. This gun in that situation was designed to further our relationship. Don't even lie about it.
Are you going to put an eye patch on?
Oh, of course. Yarr,
Okay,
I'll
then
even
we might
speak
talk.
like this. Yarr.
Yeah.
Yarr.
Oh man, that reminds me of
There be some steel down the range there, matey. Yarr.
There be a dong on the floor there,
Oh,
matey.
dear God. Megan picked it up and immediately put it back down. Just nope. She did a whole lot of this.
Nope. 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 Hell no. Nope. 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 Nope.
All right. Moving on. We spent a lot of time on that question. Moving on,
Yeah,
we'll get another one more in here, and then we'll move on to top comments of the week. And then if we have a little bit of bonus time, we will spend it answering questions again. Okay. Tactical Pineapple would like to know, in your eyes, is using the language of our political enemies, even in quotes, sorry, N7X Ranger, dangerous to our community? For example, high capacity magazines, assault rifles, weapons of war, democracy. Tactical Pineapple. So no, I actually don't.
Kind of a deep question.
It is a deep question, but I think it's a very simple answer. I really don't think it is, because you do need to define what you're talking about. So, for example, what I'm saying here is, do I think that they are the correct terminology? No, absolutely not. But in terms of debate, you can't.
I think a really good example
Go ahead.
is Reno's last video today, actually, and he kind of addressed that immediately when he said high capacity magazines, immediately after disclaiming, I know you hate that. I'm sorry. This is what the language of the law is, and this is what they're saying. Assault rifle,
Yep.
assault weapon. high
if
capacity magazines.
if you guys aren't
finding
following Reno May on YouTube, please do yourself a favor and do so. He's our guy behind Enemy Lines over in California. Guy takes a super good good take on California related stuff, right? He's one of the most knowledgeable guys out there, and he has an air for the quality. Like he puts a lot of good quality into his videos, so check him out. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. If you really want to educate yourselves on some of the stuff going on over in some more of those restrictive states, and more specifically California, check him out. But yeah, congrats to our California buddies out there with the high capacity quote unquote magazine ban being
somewhat.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you watched the video or not, but I was not aware that the stay is actually still active. So they cannot import, purchase, buy, or anything yet.
But
it's still just floating in purgatory.
It's a step in the right direction. It is a step in the right direction. And in states like that, in states like California, New York, Chicago, Maryland, you might live under the flag of like, one step forward, two steps back, but you have to celebrate the progress. You just have to. Otherwise, it just becomes too demoralizing. It really does. Like whenever you get a win, you have to celebrate it in our community, because there's so much going against us a lot of the times. Now, I'm not saying, I don't want people to misinterpret that. In fact, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna comment on it. I'm not gonna go down that rabbit hole. But like there's a lot of work being put to restrict. And there's not a whole lot of effort. That's improper. There's a lot of effort being put towards, getting those rights restored to the people that deserve them. But in states like that, it's so difficult. You really do have to celebrate even the tiniest little win.
Yeah, you're right. There's a lot of negativity that's been portrayed, and any type of positive movement is typically just kind of swept under the rug. So, good on California.
It is, yeah. We. Not to like give ourselves too much credit here, but there was a comment once on one of our videos, like just talking about like, I can't believe you don't take this seriously and yada yada yada. It's like, what if the military was just all a bunch of jokers and fools and everything? I was like, well, first off, they are. Second off, have you ever heard of a thing called morale? And that's kind of what I'm talking about here. Is you got to keep the morale up. You got to celebrate the wins. You got to focus on the good stuff. You got to take the bad stuff seriously to act on it, but you have to focus on the good stuff to keep that morale up. Because if you're only focusing on the bad stuff all the time, it just chips away at you. And that's how, a lot of people don't realize this, but the anti-gun community, the we'll call it the anti-firearms, anti-freedom, what have you community out there, the way that they win is death by 1,000 paper cuts. They're, in my opinion, and I could be very wrong, I'm just some bald fuck on the internet that spouts off while drunk. In my opinion, I don't ever believe that there's gonna be this gigantic be all end all, it's done, gun control, full on 100% law that's ever gonna be made. I don't think that it could pass. I don't think that I think that there might be a lot of like Supreme Court judges that don't necessarily believe in firearms. I think that they believe enough in the Constitution to hold it above their own personal beliefs. And there will be enough of that to prevent that from changing pretty much at all times. Now, once again, I could be wrong. I could be living in a dream world there. But the way I think, if we ever did lose this fight, which I don't think that we will, but if we ever did lose this fight, I think that it'll be caused by the frustration of all of these little jabs, these little pokes, these little stab wounds and pricks and prods that we get, that causes enough people to go off the deep end and do something stupid or give up.
Yeah.
One of the hardest things to endure is not necessarily acute great physical pain. It's that stab, it's that tap, it's that ping, it's that prod over and over and over again for years and years and years, and then finally somebody just they snap. Think of the people who chuck their computer monitor at work or something like that. It's not one great big thing that happened. It's 10 years.
Little things building up till eventually you show up and you just fucking smash your keyboard with both your fists, watching the feet of it fly across the room. So this is getting really specific.
And then you walk out with this.
Hell no.
Yeah. Oh
man.
So in going back to his question, using that language, I do think that it's okay. You know, when somebody says high capacity magazines as opposed to standard capacity magazines, in my opinion, when somebody says like a modern, like I said this earlier, like modern sporting rifle as a euphemism for the AR-15, I don't think that's a proper term. I think that's a propaganda term. I agree. I think that we are going, when we're saying modern sporting rifle, we're doing the 100% opposite of the assault weapon. They're both
you're trying to make it clouded and
yeah, exactly.
pastel.
You're trying to make it less than what it is. It's not. I mean, yeah, okay, maybe by some molding, you can kind of create that definition. But it's an AR-15. Okay, it's not a weapon of war. It's not an assault weapon. It's nothing other than an AR-15. An AK-47 is an AK-47. That class of weapon. That's a great question. I guess I really don't know what you would call it.
Battle rifle.
Yeah. Well,
technically.
I mean, not really, because they're civilian weapons.
Yeah, but it's in the correct caliber for that.
That, however, though, kind of plays into the hands of the bad guys, calling it a battle rifle because now it's a weapon. Now it's a weapon of war.
Sure.
So when it in fact isn't, it's a modification of something that was originally intended as a weapon of war, but it is not in any way, shape, or form by its own definition. I don't know, you know, I'm not even looking at chat right now. Maybe chat's like screaming at me with the answer to this. But I don't even know if there is a good definition, because once again, I think that modern sporting rifle is just the 100% opposite of assault weapon.
I agree. I completely agree. It's just, it's what's the term I'm looking for here? It's just making it more innocuous.
Yeah. It's I mean, it's a difficult weapon to describe and define. Excuse me. The class of weapon is a difficult weapon to describe and define because there really isn't one at the time. So generally speaking, I just refer to them as their models and what they are. What are they designed to do? They're a defensive weapon. Just like my handgun is. Like I don't see a whole lot of difference between my handgun, my pistol caliber carbine, and my rifle. It's all defensive weapons. The only guns that I own that aren't specifically designed as defensive weapons are my K11 and my Mosin, and like my 10T, my 308 bolt gun. It's like those aren't realistically defensive weapons. They could be used in the capacity, but they're not realistically. So, you know, I calls them how I sees them. That's what I'd say. So, you know, things like high capacity magazines. Why not just call them magazines? Like, what's the difference? Who cares? And this boils down to the silliness of the laws. Yes. You know, in a perfect world, we would just call them magazines, right?
Yeah. I guess in a perfect world, we either call it, like I just mentioned, based on its length, carbine, rifle, you know, down to its actually, technical specifications.
That honestly is probably the best. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean,
or carbine if it's short.
Exactly. And so, you know what? That honestly, I'm going to use that in the future. That's some sound advice. It's not a weapon of war. It's not an assault rifle. It's not a modern sporting rifle. It's carbine.
Yeah.
It's a shortened version of a full-size rifle. That's all it is. And that, I think, would be the most accurate description of it. It's not innocuous. It's very accurate. It doesn't cloud people's, you know, it doesn't have a connotation. You know, it's not being demonized. It's not being, you know, put up on a pedestal or seem,
unless,
you know,
it's black and scary.
Yeah, right. You know, in terms of things like weapon of war, that's just so ludicrous that I don't even use it unless I'm arguing the fact, like, like, how can you argue that it's a weapon of war? It's just, it just is not. It's the same as saying that the you know, what are the models of cars that they use in NASCAR? Like, I know at least one point they used a Taurus, right?
Yeah,
or like
Ford Clitoris.
Yeah, right. So that's the same as saying your 1998 Ford Taurus is the same as a NASCAR Ford Taurus. It's just not. Like, it just is not. There is no comparison. One you're talking about a supreme performance machine. The other you're talking about just a run-of-the-mill generic dude or gal car. And if I'm like,
old 97 Civic X disagrees.
Yeah, right. I could be wrong in those models. I'm not a racing aficionado. Nothing against it, just not an aficionado. So operator Tony comes to my rescue, says Taurus, Camaro, Toyota Camry. So it's exactly. Imagine somebody saying, "Oh, my Camry, it's a NASCAR,
Just as good as the Skyline GTR."
Yeah, no, it's not. It's just not. I'm sorry. So when I'm arguing the definition, I will use those specific words: weapon of war, high capacity magazines, assault rifle, when I'm defining what they actually are. But I will not use them.
Well, and a lot of times,
go ahead.
Those definitions come from legislation.
Mm-hmm.
Those are actually written into legislation. When you're discussing that, you want to make sure that you're accurately reading what's been said.
Just as good, brother.
Quoting
just as good. All right, we got 5 minutes left in the show here. Let's move on to some top comments of the week. Now, this segment was a dead segment. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this pulled up here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Top Comments of the Week, the segment of the show where we go through some idiocy and hopefully some clever people out in the chat. So if you want to be featured on Top Comments of the Week, either be a giant douchebag in my comment section on my videos or be extremely clever, you might find yourself on the show. All right, so Top Comments of the Week is essentially just that, where we go over a bunch of idiots, or a couple of idiots, and hopefully a couple of clever people. Just read one of them. One of them's good. So the first one comes from, I'm going to go ahead and take a stab at the name here. I'm going to take a stab at the name Uriah Graves.
Uriah, you got it. Yep.
Uriah Graves. He says, we need a new intro. The actual content is too good for the intro. Wow. Is that a comment or a bash?
I disagree. I really like the intro because that's like mostly from the Valkyrie video.
Yeah, I've always thought our intro was one of our strongest parts. It's one of the things that we get commented on the most, saying like, "Oh my god, that's super cool" or whatever.
I hear the music and I get happy.
Yeah. Well, so interestingly enough, believe it or not, there was actually so we here at Tundra Tactical are not known on the surface, at least, for our work ethic. Like when we do something, it seems half-assed, but believe it or not, it's actually crafted to be that way, and it takes a significant amount of work to make it look like that,
and nobody gets it.
So like when we fuck shit up, I mean, sometimes it's for real. Like on the live stream, I'm not gonna lie, shit gets messed up all the time. You guys get to see that live. But a lot of the times, like when we're messing around or we're fucking shit up in real life on the videos, like that's all a bit, dude. Like we put a lot of work into fucking that shit up, and nobody notices. It's so hurtful. But yeah, he says we need a new intro. The actual content is too good for the like. I feel bad, but I feel good at the same time. Like somebody thinks that the content that we're putting out is better than the intro, and I think that the intro is one of the best videos I've ever done.
Well, maybe it's time for a new intro.
I don't know. What we got a few people left in the chat. What are your guys' thoughts on the intro as it stands so far? I will say this, as you guys are typing the answer, I do have plans for doing the next iteration of the intro. The music will stay the same. The footage will change to be updated with the times here. Oh shit! Before we go,
the thing.
Yeah, the video.
Thing with stuff. Yeah,
Ranger, stop telling me. Okay, I will.
God, Tyler, all I've got in my head right now is ween.
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm being told by multiple people to check my PayPal. I apologize. I have not given out my PayPal shoutouts tonight. The quick iteration here is 50 bones coming into PayPal from Mr. Dickie B, of course, the wonderful man himself. Meatball 150 dropping the 20 bones into the PayPal. Looks like N7X Ranger is responsible for 15 bucks going in there. And of course, Mr. Boog Master himself buying some of his equity back with 20 bucks in the PayPal account. Thank you guys for donating. If you guys do want to donate to the channel and support us monetarily, you can find me on PayPal using the email address tyler@tundratactical.com. I'm gonna divert here and go over into something else before I forget. So on the subject of intros, we have been working, you know, if you've been watching the show for any length of time in the last couple of weeks, you guys have known that we recently got to do something really cool and go play with some tanks down at a place called Drive a Tank in Kasota, Minnesota. If you guys are from Minnesota, I would really highly recommend looking at them. I know it's spendy, but holy cow, from what I saw, every penny worth every damn penny. Because like how many guys get to go to work and just be you know, like unzipping, throwing the dick out on the table and say, "What'd you do this weekend, Bill?" "Oh, you had a burger? All right. I drove a tank with your wife."
Your mom's out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, come on, like it's just super cool. But what I would like to, so what I'm doing here is I'm actually recrafting a part of the intro video. And this is not the video, but footage from this will be used in it. And I'd like to share that with you guys now. It is by no means a finished product. It is still extremely in its rough state. And unfortunately, we do not have enough footage to complete the full video. We have about a minute worth of chopped footage, and we need about 2.5 minutes. So we need to make another trip back down there and get a bunch more footage.
You should just end the video with the last few minutes of you with the present you got from Roto, just doing like leak spin.
Yeah, right. Or just yeet, like the big black fist at the side of the tank. Can I throw this thing hard enough to penetrate tank armor?
We need to ask Maximus about this.
Right. So yeah, I'd really like to share that with you guys now. If you guys are interested in watching it, interested in watching our Drive a Tanks promo video, or at least the kind of the beginnings of it, do me a favor and let me know. And while you guys are doing that, I will go over the next top comment of the week. And this one comes from Jeff. And Jeff wants to know, I was a dick commentator, or is that what he said? Commenter? I was a dick commenter in the past. Excuse me. He said, I was a dick commenter in the past. I apologize for what? I was a dick commenter in the, I'm reading this right. I was a dick commenter in the past. I apologize for that. I only watched a couple videos. After looking through them all, I was way wrong. This is the type of 2A channel the world needs. Subbed. Is this even the internet?
What's happening?
Is this even the internet?
Yeah, you're reading the same thing I'm reading. What the fuck? Somebody. Okay, so
No.
Jeff. First.
I mean, closed circuit.
What?
Solid, dude. Cheers.
Dude.
Welcome to the Tundra Nation, baby.
Yeah.
But we
I'm
got
glad it wasn't a dick commenter.
Yeah, a commentator even.
Our commentator.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to
watches streaming.
Dickatron 2020. In the stands, we got Huge Dongus and his buddy Carl Coxon.
Carl Coxon. We've seen competitors this level before, but never at this intensity.
Huge Dongus and Carl Coxon. That's not bad for some ad lib, right?
Oh,
That's
man.
not bad. Okay, well, we're getting a couple of people that say they want to see it.
It's up here.
That's a good enough excuse for me to actually stream it.
Oh, man.
So stand by.
So, wow.
one.
That was actually genuine.
Yeah. Let me. Okay. Let me think. So I will have to go into Streamlabs to do this. And let's just do. Okay, so let's just do it this way. So we'll go like so. You can see that, correct? When it pops up. I hope you can see that.
I'm looking right now.
It'll once the stream catches up.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna do a quick audio test here. Oh yeah. Yeah, I just realized it's probably, so little headphone warning for you guys. If you guys are wearing headphones, it's probably gonna be a little noisy, so I will turn it down on my end a little bit. Just be aware that it might be a wee bit noisy, but this is the kind of starting point of the promo video for the Drive a Tanks promo, and for the Drive a Tanks video that we're going to be doing here relatively shortly with them. And then on top of that, some of this footage will be used in the new intro that I'm making. And like I said, believe it or not, a lot of work goes into that intro. It's one of the few videos that I actually craft from start to finish. And without further ado, here it is. So that is it so far. Like I said, it's only a minute long. Believe it or not, that was a grand total of about 8 hours. No, it was about 9.5 hours worth of shooting, and I only got 22 usable clips out of it. Or 22 clips that I wanted to use out of it, I should say. And that is the life and times of a YouTuber. I'm getting a lot of great ideas. So is Dickie B saying we have to, when we get a tank, that's what we're gonna have to name it?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, so long story short, if you guys don't know, Dickie B has made some pretty grandiose claims saying that if a stock that he's investing in goes home big, he's gonna buy me a tank, essentially. Like not, this is not a euphemism for something else. This is an actual like armored vehicle that with a big fucking gun on it. So hey, you know, maybe. And
the steel erection.
The steel erection.
That's probably gonna get shot down.
We gotta give it something, like it's gotta be subtle, but it's gotta have a euphemism. It's gotta mean like what we want it to mean, but it's gotta be subtle. So it can't be like Barry McGockner. No, it can't be that. Mike Oxlong. No, it can't be that. That's too easy. Johnny with the salami. No, it can't be that. Long Dong Silver. That's in the running. Hypo. I don't even care about the. I like Long Dong Silver. Pound of Furry. What the fuck? Who else do we have here? I appreciate that you guys like it. I'm excited to get that video out to you guys, but it's probably going to be another month or so before that video is finished. An armored Big Fun says an armored vehicle with a big black fist in a Middle Ages style gauntlet. I'm sure we could talk to Alex and get that get that taken care of. Huge ass. No, see, these are all, everyone knows these. It's got the stanky tank. It's gotta be something subtle. It has to be something subtle. Tanky McTank face is not subtle, Big Fun. Has to be something subtle but funny. So it's everything that I own in terms of like those silly names and everything like that, they're all designed to identify the people who get the bit. So I can either identify right away if you're somebody who gets the bit or if you're somebody who don't gets the bit. Like if I say, oh, this is blank, and you're like, ah, like think of all the Ave references that we do, right?
Sure.
Like,
You're just essentially trying to find your people.
What the hell does Chuchin mean? You know, or what's the Confuser or the Angry Pixies? And when somebody says, you know, those Angry Pixies are chooching up the wall there, bud, in the fucking comments, I'm like, one of us, right?
Radler.
Exactly. So that's what they're designed for. All right, guys. I know we didn't get through a lot of the segments because we diverted around a lot, but I think that is where we are going to end the show this evening. This travesty of a live stream has gone on long enough. If the FCC and other government regulations and organizations knew that we were actually broadcasting this awful content, I'm sure we would be regulated out of existence. Chooch Magooch, that actually might be the front runner. Chooch Magooch. I don't even care.
Really?
It's not subtle, it's not anything, but a tank being called Chooch Magooch, that might have to be it.
I really want everybody in Discord to join General Voice and wake up Tufu, because apparently he's sleeping on camera right now.
Oh, I gotta look at this. Hold on. No. Don't wake him up. Nobody wake him up. Don't wake him up yet. Don't wake him up yet.
Okay.
Hold on.
Can we go over there and then turn on video?
Hold on. Okay, everybody chill. Tufu is actually sleeping live on camera right now.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Look at that. Look at that. He's so peaceful. He's cupping his AK. Look at this. This is a shooter right here. This is a shooter. He's hugging his AK. This is live, by the way. We are still live. Okay. He's hugging his AK and asleep. This is a first. I mean, this is a first for the Tundra stream right here. Tufu, you know, in perpetuity, you are going to be the first person to be caught live sleeping while spooning with an AK on camera. Look at the cheek weld, but in the wrong place here.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't know if this is against
Let's
TOS or
analyze
not,
this.
but
yeah, whatever. Oh shit. Well, I'm not touching it. He's touching it. Wait, what?
yeah, it's true. I mean, it might be pre-recorded.
Exactly.
This is amazing.
So let's analyze this right here. Okay, so number one, we're observing some relative firearm safety here. Okay, you know,
Yeah.
at least his head's not, you know, like resting on the muzzle. Okay, but we have a cheek weld. It's just not in the right spot. Okay, is that a 30 or a 40 round, 45 round?
I think it looks like a 30.
Is it a 30? Okay, so you know, decent little AK there. I'm not an AK guy, but I'm sure if Tufu owns it, it's a decent AK. What I want to point out is the tenderness, the love, the comfort, the serenity. That man is having good Slavic dreams right now. Okay, he is in a tracksuit, frolicking through whatever you frolic over in Slavland. Possibly, you know, listening to Hard Boss and squatting. I mean, this is literally what he's doing in his mind right now that he can't do.
It's absolutely beautiful.
I mean, this guys, tell me, this is he's fucking awake. He's awake. He's awake. Yeah, he's fucking awake. He's totally yes. Yes.
Hey,
He
two.
took his headset off.
Two.
Hi, Tufu. Everybody wave
Brother.
to him. Get on camera. Wave to him. Yep. Yep. Hi, Tufu. Hi, Tufu. Yeah, he's just realizing it. Hi, Tufu. Hold on. Just wait. Hey, sleepyhead.
brother.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Hi. Rise
Hey,
and shine, beautiful.
guess what, Tufu? Tufu, guess what?
Tufu.
Can you hear me, bud?
What's up?
Yeah. Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
Everyone on the stream is watching you live. We caught you sleeping in general, dude. Dude, your face. Are you having an affair with that AK? Because your face, like, you are in love with that thing. Do you have an erection?
No.
Are you sure?
Why is there so many people in the chat?
Because dude, you have literally just set a voice chat record because you fell asleep essentially vertically spooning your AK. Dude, you need to when this stream ends and processes, you need to go back to the tail end of the stream and look at your face. You
It's
were
on the stream.
dude, you looked like you looked like every child on Christmas morning. Like just that like I could hear you, like I couldn't actually hear you, but in my mind's eye I could hear you. Yeah. I love you. I love you. I love you. And then you were like,
Fuck you, big boy. Hello, I need to speak to somebody who can speak a Chinese.
I love you, Toofy. Sorry, I just wanted to fuck with you, man. We got literally everybody on the stream watching you spoon your AK.
Toofy, you are a man among men.
All right, hey guys, if this isn't a testament on why you should be in the Discord, I don't know what is. Everybody in the Discord right now, let's start from top to bottom. Let's go with our goodest, bestest Brit boy up at the top here, Mr. British Prime Minister, aka John. John, tell everybody out there one reason why they should be in the Discord.
It's just a barrel of laughs.
John's me boy, dude. He's our first active British member. He's a champion. He's funny as fuck, and he's pretty decent at Arma too. Dickie B, if you've ever wondered what that giant face looks like, Dickie B is up next. Dickie B, tell somebody your particular reason why you think they should join the Discord. Dickie B, if you've ever wondered what that giant face looks like.
For shit exactly like this.
Exactly. Oh, that guy we know. Panda Farts is away from his computer. Yeet Master is great. Oh, Panda.
I'm still here.
Oh, Panda's here. Okay, you're invisible then.
Wireless headphone, man.
Okay. Oh.
And I'm back.
He's back. Okay, he has pants on too. This is a good start.
This is a good start.
Yep. Panda.
Like, hold on, sorry.
Yeah, exactly. That's a requirement here. You're not allowed to wear pants. Panda, what do you think a reason why somebody should join the Discord is?
I mean, it's really a great place to hang out. I mean, we often just screw each other, and it's just a great time to have around here.
Okay. However you did that, I want to know how to do it because that was genius. Tufu, outside of snuggle buddying your AK, what's another reason why you think people should join the Discord?
Come hang out. Come hang out, man. Like, that's what we do here. And also, you get to hear me talking Asian.
Yes, you do. Big Fun, are you there, buddy? All right, Big Fun. Syfy boy, Syfy, are you here? Syfy's kind of here. I can hear him trying to transmit, but nothing's happening. Special, you there?
I'm here.
Okay, Syfy, let's start with Syfy. Syfy, what's another reason why people should join the Discord? Great talk. Yeah, that's all the information the people out there need. Special, let's see if you can do better than Cypher. What's a reason why somebody out there should join the Discord?
Hey man, everyone's here, especially at night. You always have a group that you can come into, vent to, hang out with, have a good time. We're always playing video games and chilling out. I mean, it's just one of the best atmospheres. And if you like guns, there's nothing better than being in a gun-based atmosphere, if you ask me.
Damn right. Well described. Ranger, send it.
Yeah, so Discord is where the magic happens. You can see all this shit posting. I mean, as you always say, you come for the shit posting, stay for the community. It's a great community of guys who just legitimately want to support and help each other. Like, I've had people say, hey, like, I came here and I asked some legitimate questions, and people actually gave me real answers rather than just shit posting and like basically making fun of me for being a new person. We actually do a great job of helping new people get started in the community.
We end those fools real quick that do that. So don't be that person.
I mean, if people want to fuck around, they'll find out.
Yep. Delance. Oh God, Delance is here. Delance, how are you doing, my sweetheart?
Am I even in this chat?
Yes.
Oh, you is.
Existentially, yes. Existentially, yes.
Yes, you is.
If
Generally,
you...
I appear as like a fan.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's how I envision you sitting on my lap most of the time.
No, I'm not gay though. I'm not a gay fan.
You don't have to be to enjoy sitting on my lap.
There is nothing wrong with that.
I mean, I got $20 for you.
Yeah.
$20.
Delance.
I mean, yeah.
Delance.
A box of 9 mil. A box of 9 mil.
Tell us the reason why you should vacate the AK guy's Discord and come over to the Tundra tag. He just left. Oh no, he didn't.
I was
Tell
a
us why you
model
should
AKG,
vacate the AK guys Discord and come
I
over
was
to
a
ours.
model AKG and I quit because
Not your turn,
yeah.
Ranger.
It's always my turn.
No, it's not.
What was the question again?
Tell us why you should vacate the AK guys Discord and migrate to the Tundra Tactical Discord.
Second thing is, Delance, your hair looks fucking fantastic right now.
Decency and like personal responsibility, which are very important values in America right now. You should absolutely move to the Discord right now.
Yeah, just don't
value decency and normalcy. Human American.
This is great.
Right now.
This is great hearing this, because generally speaking, those qualities are not associated with us. But in comparison to the AK guy and the AK guy family,
See,
we are
he knows.
saints.
He knows.
We are
I've seen
saints.
things.
God, he knows. Like,
I've seen
like you're
horrible
a
things.
bad place. You're Uncle Owen's farm on Tatooine, and Brandon's Discord is Moss Isley. Your place isn't great, man.
Can you
but
guys
that is the most
can you guys tell
wretched hive of scum and villainy you will ever find? So
can you guys
please
just
move
understand
to the Tundra Discord right now?
Thank you. Can you guys understand the reason I love Delance so much? He's just
Because he knows the
he's a
Greedo
champ.
shot first.
He's a champ.
I once started reading the list of like things
Greedo
you got
fucking
banned for.
shot first, my dude.
All right,
No,
all right,
on shot
Delance,
first, okay?
Delance, Ranger, you guys are done. All right, we're moving on. We're moving on
Fine.
to a guest of honor tonight. Guest of honor has graced us with their presence, and I'm happy I didn't end the show right now, because this man deserves his time in the sun. The official furry ambassador is here. The official furry ambassador is here. And interestingly enough, it is this man's 18th birthday today. So happy birthday to you, my good friend. You are the official guest of honor on episode 10 of the Tundra Nation. My question to you, Mr. Ambassador, is how do you plan to represent the furry community on behalf of Tundra Tactical in the future?
This ought to be good. Let's hear it.
All I can say is concealed carrying a Mosin is definitely high on that list.
In all seriousness, buddy, happy fucking birthday, dude. Happy birthday. I wanted to make sure I wanted to make sure that you got a little bit of time in the sun, because I know you've been going through some hard times, and this man's a champ. He's gone through a lot. He's done some shit, and he made it to 18, baby. And that's tough when you're a teenager and you get past that and you get up into adulthood. Trust me, dude, it's all downhill from here.
Oh yeah, it is.
It's all downhill.
Yeah.
You make more money in some cases, but you get more problems.
And the reason why you should join the Discord is because it's a pretty accepting community. Look at me, for example.
We are. Hey, you know what? The furry ambassador speaks. We all listen. We all listen. Happy birthday, dude.
Thanks.
Everybody in the chat right now, say happy birthday to furry ambassador. Now make sure for the next 47 minutes to spam. Oh my god, there's people in the background.
That's my brother.
Jesus Christ, thank god he wasn't naked. That's how all those Twitch streams get banned.
Say hi to the Thunder Nation.
Sup,
dude.
All right, so Discord for the next 47 minutes at least, because I'm on Central Time. Spam at furry ambassador in the Discord, wishing him a happy birthday over and over again, so his at notifications are just ridiculous. All right,
I'm gonna mute the Discord now.
Let's move on to Yeet Master Ranger. Yeet, you've lost significant amounts of equity in the server tonight, so you bought some back. Here's your chance to earn some more back. Would you like to tell the rest of the community why they should join the Discord? Great talk, Yeet. He's just looking at his camera like a fucking idiot. He doesn't even know I'm talking to him. Oof. And then there's this Tundra Tactical guy. I don't even know who he is.
He's a dick.
Rue the Destroyer. What's up, Rue, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, doing good, dude. Tell the nation out there why they should join the Discord.
Well, I've only been on it shortly, but I found a bunch of people that I seem to click with and are fairly like-minded.
Fair enough, dude. That's all you need to know. Last, I think, but not. Well, we got Pyro too. Pyro's been here for a while. We'll get to him next. We got Rectech. Rectech, are you there, buddy? You're unmute. He's unmuted.
Yeah, I'm around.
Right on, Rectech. Tell us why you should join the Discord, man.
It's awesome, and we come up with some really stupid shit like the Tundra Tactical Tow Calendar.
Oh yeah, I honestly didn't know that existed. I just pretended to know that existed there for a second.
It's happening.
Yeah, we're gonna need some help there, Tyler.
There's a
dear
mod
God.
that is very happy about it.
Oh, of course, yeah. Pookie, that's a close circuit to you. Pyro, Mr. Pyro Krensis out here, the CFO of Carnage Cares Incorporated. Pyro, would you like to tell the nation why they should join the Discord? I'm interested to hear your opinion.
Because I'm here.
There you go. Pyro
He's
does
always
account for some significant Amish entertainment. And yes, you did hear me correctly, an Amish person using the internet. But you know what? That is the dichotomy. That is the duality, in fact, to hashtag vocab terms of our little collective, dare I say, nation out here. And ladies and gentlemen, that is where we're going to end it this fine evening. While I don't even know if I'm still on camera, but while I set up the closer here, I'm going to pour myself a little drinky poo and drag this sentence out just a little bit longer, because what I would love to have happen this fine evening is everybody that is in voice chat right now that has an alcoholic beverage or a beverage of any kind, please do me a favor and join me. Did you guys like that? Was an epic delay, right? I've got the glass now. That was an epic delay. Please join me in raising your glasses in one last toast to the Tundra Nation. Everybody out there in chat, you guys are beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. You guys give me and Hypo and the rest of the Tundra Nation here the reason to do what we do. You give us the reason for tuning in every Saturday night. And without you, we'd be frankly nothing. So we appreciate everything that you do, everything that you give, and all the time that you spend with us. Cheers, guys. Bye.
Cheers.
Salute.
Up until next weekend, I wish you guys all the best. Everybody in the voice chat, just ear rape the shit out of these people. Say goodnight.
Night.
Good
I love you.
And break.
Bye bye.
And break.
I got a
All right.
muzzle break.
Guys, I wish you all a wonderful rest of the weekend. Enjoy a safe and happy Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Have a great Sunday, and we will see you guys next week when we still Hypo.
Don't know what the fuck we're doing.
Damn right. Gentlemen and lady.